Okay, so part 2. Watch part 1 if you don't understand things. We're not explaining it
True.
again.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, time for the funny contract from below.
Oh, love how I forgot Contract from Low was in this.
So, 1 mana, draw 7. Like, if you
Pretty good.
lose, you're very unhappy. But god, this card is fucked. I
Now
think this
to
is at
confirm,
least Ancestral Recall here.
yeah, to confirm, Anti will like the card is gone from your like
Yes,
pool
it goes
forever
to
if
your
you lose the
opponent's
game.
draft pool if you lose the game.
Yes. So like it is very bad consequences, but the card is fucked.
It's at least I think the effect being this much better than Ancestral Recall, even with the like downside, it's at least Ancestral Recall tier.
Yeah, I think I like it in A. Would I put it in A plus? It's a tough choice. I think it's good
I,
in A.
I
It
think
is
it's
real
good in
downside.
A because like in combo you love this card because you're
Yeah.
playing it the turn you're winning. In
Yep.
fair decks it is still really, really, really good,
Yep.
but you are risking more. So I think
Also,
it's A.
sometimes you just hit a basic off of the ante and then there's no risk.
Yes. Imperial Seal. I don't think this card is worse enough than Vampiric Tutor to lose a tier.
I
It's
agree. Chill and Vamp Tutor.
Yep, the funny tutors together at
Tutor
last.
time, tutor time.
Inquisition.
IOK is probably
Interaction's important.
Interaction's important. Not as good as Thoughtseize for
No,
sure.
not as good as Todd. I think this is the weakest.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
yeah, some of the other hand disruption is really
I
fucked. I'm
I think
looking at
I'd
you.
put Thoughtseize in the same tier as Grief, and I think this goes a tier lower.
Yeah, I like it.
So I'd put it in B minus.
B minus, yeah, that's fair.
Mind Twist.
Mind Twist is an interesting card. It's pretty fucked.
This
The
card
mana being
scales.
so broken in
This
this
card
cube.
scales so drastically with the amount of fast mana you have.
Yeah,
If
it
you
is
have Black
really.
Lotus, this card wins on turn 1.
Yeah.
But
I think this pushes it into like B plus.
yeah, like you can do so much extremely fucked things with Mind Twist. And even
It's
later in the
true.
game, if you cast it for your opponent's hand size, they don't have cards anymore. And
And
that's
then they
very good.
cry.
Yeah. Actual factual reanimate.
The cool thing about actual factual reanimated is just a
It's
good
just
card
good.
played for fair value. Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Uh,
this that's what I feel about all of the reanimation cards that are like good. I think they're
yeah.
a solid. Not specifically putting it here. I'm just dropping it so I can scroll.
Sure, sure.
It's definitely. I think it's definitely at least a tier higher than the payoffs because it's
Yeah.
just good.
Um,
I think
I think
reanimate
I
is
like it in
so.
B.
I think
Maybe B
reanimate is
plus.
so good. I'd put it in B plus. I think the
That's fair.
like weaker reanimation spells I'd put in B, and I'd put reanimate in B plus because like if I have this in my deck, I'm playing reanimate if I can.
Oh, I mean, oh, every day of the week for sure.
Yeah. Tulsi's great. Tulsi's
Yeah,
very good. I am putting Tulsi. I think B is fair. I do think I'd rather have my twist, but it
yeah.
is.
I think it's B just because the other hand disruption is somehow better than it.
Demonic Tutor is honestly,
Same as
I think
that for
Demonic
all.
Tutor is A minus actually. The hand is so good.
Yeah, I could agree with that.
Yeah,
The fact that
I
the
would
cards you're getting are so
strongly.
fucked.
Yeah, I would strongly try going into black if I saw a Demonic Tutor.
Yeah, that's fair. I like it.
In Troll,
Ugh.
weird Storm payoff. Like I've played Storm a good amount, and this card is very good in Storm. Like it means
This
that
card is just very good.
yeah, like so you do need some amount of like this card gets good around 3 cards. So you do need
Yeah.
2 other cards, which is not free for deck. Like you need to either have a good amount of fast mana or be playing Storm.
I think getting a storm count of 3 is really free in this cube.
Uh, I don't think it's fair. Decks have a hard time doing it, but
Every
like
deck
you have to
has
do
like
it
a
right.
Moxen.
Yes, but like I don't think that's enough. I do think you need like a good amount of fast mana or free spells or storm, which is still like a condition.
I think it's like a B though.
Yeah, I would put it. I would put it below. No, it's not a B. It's not Thoughtseize. I'd put it in B
Fair.
minus.
Okay.
It's more
It's
build
a
around than
fucked card, but
Inquisition, but you can. It's more fucked when it works.
yeah, okay. I can live with that.
Exhume. Very. I think this is the weakest reanimation spell. I'd probably put it like it's B minus or C plus.
C plus, I think.
Yeah,
Your opponent getting back a creature
your
is
opponent
very real
has
downside.
something they want back for sure. Hey, very good reanimation spell.
Yeah, blame Optic.
Yeah, this card is probably A minus. You get 2 creatures for free.
Yeah.
The
And
creatures
it does
also
just make permanent 0 mana copies of them as well.
they do stop being 0 mana once you cast them.
Gotcha, right.
Like they have 0 base cost while they're in your hand. When you cast them, they stop being free. But 2 creatures for free. If you can play this card, you want to. There is not like this isn't specifically Reanimator. 2 mana draw 2 is good. 2 mana draw 2. Those cards are free is really really good. I
Yeah, it's
honestly.
gross.
So okay, if the problem is that this card requires you to have 2 creatures in your graveyard. Otherwise, I'd
Yes,
easily put it in A.
I agree.
Unmarked grave. It's a lot worse than N2. Think it's a solid 2 tiers lower. I think it's C.
Yeah,
Like
I like that.
Storm still likes it the same because it says card, but
Yeah, I like it.
I think it's C.
I like it in C.
Doomsday. I have not seen this card happen yet.
I don't think I've seen someone build Doomsday yet. I think Doomsday has to show up in pack 1 to be a good card.
Yeah.
I do think it's powerful. I do think, like, the amount of fucked combos we've talked about, like, your Doomsday pile is almost certainly winning you the game. But it is a pretty hard build
it
around.
is very much a thing that can happen that you cast Doomsday and then die to combat damage. Losing half your life is a really meaningful downside.
It's true. And it's really hard to win on the turn you Doomsday.
I don't think I've seen it. Like not having seen this card, I don't know where to put it.
I also don't. Let's just chuck it with. Let's put it in C because we don't know what the fuck to do with it.
I'll put it in C plus because of potential, but
It's true. I mean, the card is really scary. Like,
yeah.
I'm afraid. Someone casts Doomsday, I assume I have to kill them the turn they
Yeah.
cast it. Or, yeah.
Yogwell is a very fucked magic card.
It's true.
You are very happy with this card. It is great in Storm and good in everything else.
It's true.
I think I'd put it B plus. I don't think I'm going black for this card, but if I have any amount of black, I want to play this card.
You do need, like, rituals and stuff for it to get really
Well,
exciting.
yeah, that's fair. I guess B.
B.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
much easier build around than these things, but
It's not
Yeah.
as just, like...
Yeah.
It's got, like, potential to be...
its floor
like,
is
power
a
card,
lot
but-
better.
Yeah.
Like the floor
like
of
it
this
in
card
B.
isn't bad.
No.
Regrowth is
That's got 3 mana to start, which is tough, but yeah.
Tendrils.
We were debating between B minus and
Yeah.
C plus for
I
tendrils,
think
right?
I think I'd say I think it is comparable to Enthrall, so I think I'd go B minus. Like it's a very different card, but they both like this one stops your opponent from playing Magic. This one kills them. But
True.
like
The big difference between Enthrall is Enthrall for 3 is a lot better than Tendrils for 3.
yeah, Enthrall is better if your storm count's low. Tendrils is better if your storm count's high. I think I'd put it in B minus.
I like it.
Storm is very good. How much worse is Unmasked than Grief?
Good amount.
Yeah, is it 1 or 2 tiers worse? Is it B minus or C
Um,
plus? I think Unmask is comparable to Inquisition.
I like it in B minus, yeah.
Ah, this is a reanimation spell.
It's true.
Is giving it infect upside? Probably.
Maybe unclear. If the creature has less than 10 power, it's debatable. If it has more than 10 power, it's all upside.
Yeah.
A lot of your reanimation targets don't have 10 power.
Yeah. Like if you're reanimating something the size of reanimation targets, this card costs a comparable amount of life to reanimate. It just costs 2, which is worse.
Yep.
If you're reanimating something smaller, then you're kind of sad about it.
I think it's a goodly amount worse than
Yeah, I think it's a
put it
tier
in, like,
lower.
B minus,
I think what did we put reanimate?
B plus.
I think it's better because like I think rather pick it, like, because of where I put Bracella, I think I'd put it above, because this is a Reanimator card I would pick to start going into Reanimator.
That's fair. I can see that. All right.
Peer. I think it's a tier below Ad Nauseam.
Okay.
It's better if you cheat it out.
Put it on your Arcane Savant.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
better
know.
if you cheat it out. It's still, like, both of these cards are fine in Storm, but you're not clamoring for them.
Yeah.
Bolas' Citadel, as opposed to that, is the good version of these effects.
That's true.
You can tinker it into play, you can Dark Ritual into it, and then it just kind of owns. I think this is solid, a large amount better.
Yeah.
I think I like it in C+.
Me too. You have to cast it, but once it's in play, you're winning the game.
I have not played with Necro Impotence yet. It's a weird card.
Yeah, I've been too afraid to try to put it in my deck, honestly.
I think it is. I don't know how to evaluate this card compared to Necropotence. It notably doesn't have the discard to exile clause.
Yeah.
It's a very fucky card. I think they're comparably good.
It's probably like good in Storm, like quite powerful in Storm, I imagine. But
It's weird because it still draws an end step, which Storm is unhappy with. But actually, wait,
in Ad Nauseam tier law.
wait. Oh
What?
no, this card's much more fucked. This card doesn't say your end step. This card says end of turn. Oh, this card's giga fucked. Okay, no, this card's far more fucked than Necropotence.
Yeah. So you can just
You can just
do it
you
on
can
your
just
opponent's
pay
end of
4,
turn.
draw 8, and then play. Okay, this card's super fucked. Yeah. Okay, where do we put Necropotence? This thing is higher.
Yeah. Necro is still a really gross card. It's probably a little better than Citadel. It's a B minus.
Yeah, I think this card, Necro Impotence, is hard as fuck to cast, so I don't think it gets to go in A, but I do think it's B plus. It's so fucked.
Yeah. It's a I think it goes in B because you do have to like build around it. Like
Well, you build around it by having enough black mana, but like
That's
I
fair.
think it is so fucked it should go in like
that's fair. It is
B plus.
quite fucked once
If you
actually
can
have
at
it, but-
all play this card, you are playing this card.
Yeah, that's fair.
Recurring Nightmare.
I do like a good recurring
Yeah.
nightmare.
I
I think it
probably
goes
say
in B plus with
B plus?
reanimate. Yeah,
Yeah,
Like-
it's better. Yeah, the value is so strong.
it is. It's a pretty sweet card.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yogg Bargain.
Costing 6 is the real issue.
Costing 6. I mean, this card. I think it's better to compare this card to Bolas' Citadel, and then you say it's comparable.
It's probably like the same. It's harder to cheat out than Citadel.
It's harder to cheat out. The effect is
But it
better,
is
but
brokener.
different.
Yeah,
I mean,
did put it with Citadel.
Citadel doesn't cost mana, which is a real upside, but Bargain is fucked.
Yeah, I put Bargain with Citadel.
Yeah, Necropotence is. I think I'm for bumping Necropotence down a tier because I think Necropotence, Citadel, and Bargain are very comparably powerful cards.
That's fair. I like that. Let's do that.
Yeah, these 3 cards all next to each other makes sense. Animate Dead is a 2 mana reanimation spell. I think it goes with.
B.
Where do you put the other ones? Yeah, we put Rite of Completion here. I think it's
Yeah.
comparable.
I think it's a little better than completion, but not enough.
It dies to more types of removal, but it costs less. Also, Rite of Completion isn't black, which is notable.
It's true. Though I'm not sure what reanimator you're playing that doesn't have black in it.
These motherfuckers.
I guess you can play it in mono green. It would be funny.
I mean,
Yeah.
giving this thing infect.
That's true. I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, black got some.
This
cards
card
in
is
it.
very, 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 very good. I think this card is at least Magical Senpai tier.
It is really good.
It costs 0. It kills
got-
something.
Well, it's important to remember it costs 0 because it is free.
True.
So.
True.
I mean, yeah, I do enjoy a good freaky pizza.
So my question is it A or A minus? I think it's A minus. It doesn't win. It doesn't give you as big of an advantage as these cards do. I think.
I agree. A minus.
Yeah, it is very good.
Pizza time.
Beep beep. If you're playing a tempo deck, this card is very good.
my face when I curve it into 2 mana 13
I have
14.
had that happen against me. It was not fun. Well, it was kind of fun, but like,
Yeah,
yeah,
in the sense of I
the
am dying and I am entertained.
yeah,
Beep Beep is pretty fucked.
yeah.
He's definitely somewhere in the B's, I
I
think.
think he's B plus. Like, if you're building a tempo deck, you love this card, but I
Yeah,
B. I don't think
B,
it's as
yeah.
fucked as I think it's a comparable.
I like it
I
in B.
think because it's symmetrical, I'd put it below Insectile.
It enables all of the fucked shit, but it also enables all the fucked shit for your opponent.
Yeah, you have to be the better tempo deck if you're playing this card.
Yeah.
You have to bet on that. DRC. Uh,
ERC's great.
yeah.
The surveil value just on the one drop is
This the
so juicy.
is this the
I think it goes a tier above all of that
yeah
shit.
B minus I think makes sense for DRC.
Yeah.
It's very good in Storm. It's good in tempo. Just
There's almost
generally
no
very
deck
good.
that don't want that surveil value.
Yeah, the decks that something like red white D&T wouldn't want it. Welder.
Deceptively good card, honestly.
Welder.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can do a lot of bullshit. I've seen it like own hard if it doesn't die.
Yeah.
It's like a build around. I think it's a B minus because I think it's like a trapped of command type card. It's a very
Yeah.
strong build
I like
around.
it there. B minus. B minus.
Okay, so we have talked about fucked bulbs. Here's the fuckedest of bulbs.
Yeah, I think this goes a tier
Eh,
above Senpai. It's
I
probably
don't
the
think it
same as
goes.
Senpai.
I think it's the same as Senpai because it costs colored. Like
Yeah,
Senpai is good because it doesn't cost colored mana. This does.
it's true.
The effect of this is better.
Yeah.
Card is fucked.
Hearthstone go burr.
Yeah. Hearthstone do be going for Ragavan.
Ah, God, I do love the funny monkey.
So you've
Um,
argued to me that you think Ragavan on one is better than Peasant. I disagree, but the card is very good. I
Card
think
is good.
I think it's a
It's a
B.
close call.
I think it's a B plus.
Yeah, Ragavan is
You're
a not
very
okay
you.
guy.
If you see this card, you are going to want to play red, but
Yeah, he
you're not
does.
splashing for it as hard as you want to go for
I am a
Peasant.
little down on Ragavan, and I'll tell you
Oh,
why.
okay.
There are so many cards that block him
Yeah,
efficiently. I think he's a B.
yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because if you're
Ragavan
putting
is still the most fucked card in the world if he's getting in, but this cube is harder for him to get in
yeah.
than I would like to admit.
For example, this card is giga fucked. I think this card. So like, I think this card's A minus. It's so fucked.
It does kill
Like,
people
it's
just
a
so
flyer. It's a two
yeah.
mana for flyer, which is already great. And if you're playing Storm, this card kills your opponent instantly. If you're not playing Storm, this card kills all their creatures.
A minus.
Yeah. If this card didn't target players or didn't target creatures, I'd put it in B plus. But it targets both,
Yeah.
so A minus.
Yeah. Doesn't kill quite as efficiently as Ludovix, but it
This
does it pretty
card
quick.
is not that good.
Nah, he's kind of mid.
I think he's like D plus.
D plus.
Maybe sideboard.
Yeah, a sideboard. We
Yeah.
gotta use our sideboard
Yeah.
slots. Yeah.
Arcanist. Very deck dependent, but if you have the cards for it, God is he fucked.
I mean, if you look at all the shit in A, it's a bunch of shit that he can flash back. Like,
Recall, live in the now, time.
not that Live in the Now is hitting the graveyard, but like,
Yeah.
you can flash back Contract from Below. That's the real value.
Oh God.
You flash back Slaughter Pack. Like, the card, you have to have the broken shit to go with him, but he is good.
Yeah, I
I
think
think I'd
he's like
put him
a
in like
B.
B minus.
B minus. Yeah, build around.
Yeah.
Easy
around
build
done.
around for good payoff, as opposed to like harder build around for extremely fucked payoff.
It's true.
Eidolon.
Look, Burn's not like super well supported, but this card still kills people.
It still kills Storm players.
Yeah. B minus.
I don't think this card is B. Not that happy
B
to
plus.
play it. I think it's. I'm happier to play something like Talia to break
That's fair.
Storm than I am. I think it's
Alright.
C.
I can see that.
This card. What does this card do again?
I forgot. Oh yeah, this card's sweet. You can loot
Yeah.
to like you can almost tutor for stuff, and it's a 2 mana 2/2 prowess.
Yeah, you do have to play the card you get instantly, which is meh.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't know. Ember
If you
Coilers,
discard a
like,
land to it, you always get a non-land, which is nice value. It's like a fine. I think it's like a
it's
C
like a
minus.
C, C minus. Yeah, I can see C minus.
Um,
Engineer is not nearly as good as
yeah, the tutor is
Welder.
nice. Welding random shit into Moxen and Lotuses is nice, but it's not nearly as. I think it's probably C.
Yeah,
I
no, I can
don't
see.
think it's only a tier lower than Welder.
I agree.
Okay, so 2 mana 4/4 trample with some reasonable upside
Yeah.
cards.
Um,
Is this an it that rises one, or is this
I
worse?
think it's a touch worse. The first strike trample and lifelink is
Yeah, I
really
think it's B.
powerful. B, yeah, very good, but
Yeah, like this feels alright with. Yeah. We put this.
yeah,
I think this upside is a bit worse, but it has
yeah,
a stat.
but pretty comparable to the
Yeah, has
reader.
a stat point. Harmonic Prodigy. Oh, this card.
I
There's
can make you
so many
comment about this.
things.
It's true. Um,
It's not
hmm.
very hard to build around it.
I'm looking at like a BB plus for this.
Yeah, I think B plus makes sense. The card, like, I love playing this card. I think it's very
It
good.
does some whack shit for sure.
Yeah. This card is not actually that far of Black Lotus. This card is
True.
insane. Uh,
Card is
this card is. I have seen arguments you played in decks that aren't red. I don't agree with them, but I think this card is A minus. It's
yeah,
so fucked.
it is
The
pretty
the
stupid.
free 3 mana is. Also, it turns your Entomb into a Dark Ritual, which is
It's
funny.
true. It is pretty funny. Card is pretty fucked.
Young P. This card is comparable to Sedmore, which
Yeah, I think that's
Borgy.
about all that needs to be said. Yeah.
Borgy, good in Storm.
What about Hornfell? Cast the Hornfell.
Hornfell. I've cast Hornfell. Where did we put Other Storm? I think it is. It's either like it's worse than Mind's Desire, but I don't know if it's C plus worse. I think it's C plus worse than Mind's
I think I
Desire.
agree. It's C plus worse.
Bone Crusher Giant. This image is very
Crush my
dumb.
balls.
Stomp. Um, doesn't kill a lot of the things you want it to kill.
It's true. Card's okay. It. I think it's like one half of Elish Norn ish, like in the sense that it kills the right dorks that you want to kill and is a pretty efficient threat.
The problem is it didn't do both at this. Elish Norn's a much more efficient threat, I think. I think it's a
It's
tier
fair. C
lower. I think
minus.
it's C minus.
Okay. Wow, how Crushma has fallen.
Oh, this fucking card.
What the fuck is this card? Um, I have not played with this card theory, and
So
it's probably good on the sense of like if you play a 1 mana artifact, you get a free Moxim.
yeah. Um, I have also not played with it. I've been meaning to because I play artifacts a lot, but I've never gotten this card and the pieces to
Me
play
either.
artifacts with it.
Yeah.
I've seen both of them individually. I think it's probably Goblin Engineer level.
Yeah, I'd put it in C. Like okay, red artifact support. I like Lelia. She's
Um,
pretty okay. She has the Regavan issue of she can't swing as easily as you think she should be able
I
to.
think she ties with these cards as being really good normal Magic card, but not fucked.
I think she actually drops the tier because attacking is so much harder in this cube than it should be.
Yeah, that's fair. On 3 mana, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
How good is a bad
Uh,
Lotus Petal? Um,
it's not great. I have a hard time playing Simeon in
I've
decks.
had some good experience with it in like more combo decks.
Good with Lelia.
True,
Um, I'm
it
not super
does
excited to play it.
doesn't
D
combo.
plus.
I think it's C minus. There's some decks that
Okay,
very like it.
it's
It's
true.
very
All
good.
right.
It's pretty good in your opener. It's just such a horrible card anytime else.
Yeah. Chimera is horrifying.
Chimera is a very funny. It. The notable thing about it is that's a card that does the cheating stuff without having to put the bad cards to cheat into play in your library.
It's
You
true.
never
You
draw
also
the bad cards.
you do have to like commit some draft picks
Yeah,
to them, but the nice thing is they don't have to like remotely on color.
yeah,
And like there's always just a couple of colossal things you get at the end of pack that
yeah.
you can just
I
throw
think
under
this
this.
card's B plus. I love going
I
for
like
it,
it.
but like 4 draft picks, I think is too much to put it in A.
Yeah, I agree.
No, notably, if you get 2 draft picks, it's still like kind of good because you pay 2 and most of the time it works, and if it doesn't, you can try again.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, it is permanently right. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Caves of Chaos Adventurer. This
Cost
card,
4, put it with the other
I think it
4
is.
initiative cost.
I think it is worse than the other 4 cost because it doesn't have a good way of stealing the initiative back. I'm just not sure if it's a tier worse. Because
I don't
5-3
think
trample, I
so.
think 5-3 trample kills you too fast for it to be a tier worse than seasons
I agree. Yeah.
and value. Oh god, this card. This card in
It's so
fair
fucking
matchups.
miserable.
Oh yeah, like this card in a fair
Uh,
matchup. If you're anywhere near even, this card like makes them not be able to
B
play fair.
plus, B plus.
Yeah, I love this card, but it's not A.
Yeah,
It
it's not
oh
as good as Ashmouth, but it is fucking miserable.
yeah. You get so like it that writes as one looks to ground. This looks the everything. Like your opponents
Yeah,
don't get to do things, and you get to
it's pretty
still do
miserable.
whatever. Bad Ash, significantly worse Ashmouth. I think it's still good, but it's
It's
probably like
4
B
mana, right?
minus. Like
Uh,
maybe it doesn't target creatures. Honestly, C plus. Like it's not
yeah,
overstated, and it doesn't hit creatures.
it is powerful. It does
Mhm.
kill people, but yeah,
Yeah,
C plus.
yeah.
You can
Power.
play it in like artifact decks as well, and it kills people.
This card, I haven't played with it yet. It's pretty
I mean,
new.
if you have
If
Entomb,
you have
it's a 1
Entomb,
mana
it's
4/4
very
flyer.
good.
It's probably just really strong. Like, also all of your loot effects, like if you have like a faceless looting or
Yeah, it's probably.
like
Is this B minus or C plus? I think those are the options, really.
a B minus, almost.
Yeah.
I think this card is going like once people start getting fucked by it, it's going to even go up a little bit more in the
Yeah,
evaluation.
honestly, yeah, you're right. A B. B.
Yeah, this
There's
card
too
is
many
really
things that
fucked.
are
We
B.
just
Yeah.
haven't died to it yet.
Yeah. Uh.
This card's okay. I
Yeah. I
played
think
it.
this is a sideboard check card, honestly.
It's a 4 mana 5/5.
Yeah,
You can
that's
main deck
fair.
it.
4 out of
It's like
5/5.
a C.
Yeah, like a C makes sense. Uh.
Ovalars is pretty miserable.
Yeah. The,
Tovalars definitely goes in
I
like I
think
think
it's a
B minus. It's better than
yeah.
Ravager
I
by
think it's
a good amount.
I think it's a tier above Ravager.
Yeah,
Also, is more
Tovalars is
overstated, which helps.
yeah. I do like a good Tovalars Mage Hunter. This guy is good.
It's a very good fair card, but 5 is a lot, and it doesn't stop your opponent from playing Magic. It
I
doesn't
think it
kill
goes
them that fast.
C
I
or
think
maybe
it's
C plus.
I think it's a tier. I think it's a tier worse than Ravager. Like I think the
Yeah,
effects are similar, but this card costs 5.
I think it goes in C. Yeah,
It's a very good fair card. I'm not unhappy to run it, but I'm not
no,
like there's cards
but
I
I'm
like a
not
lot
like
more.
that's
Fury.
fair. I do like a good Fury.
Yeah, I like it. I much rather have most other pitch cost elementals. I don't think it's
Yeah,
close to Solitude or Grief. I think it's still B minus. Like
yeah.
still
Still pitch cast
yeah,
Gober.
still kills like dorks and shit. And 3/3
It's
double
true.
strike kills you.
It's true.
This card is
Conscript. Um, there's no like twin for it. It's
no.
still yeah. It's not like a lot of
I'm
planeswalkers
not
win this
happy
deal.
playing this ever, but I have put it in decks before, so I guess B
It's
minus.
not terrible in aggro. I'd put it in D.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I think it's comparable to these cards.
Yeah.
They're ready. Okay,
Uh,
so
noted. Is this the first planeswalker we've
this
run
is the
into?
first commander.
Yeah,
Not
and
the
it's a
first
pretty
planeswalker.
good one.
Yes. So at worst, we have put Buried Ogre in B. This is a commander. Commanders lower your deck size by 1.
Yes.
So
So the
B plus
ready.
minimum.
Yeah, I think already being like castable, like some of the other ones I think are
It's
gonna be C plus.
castable, and the +2 and -2 are both quite relevant.
Yeah, I think it
I
gets
am
an A minus.
yeah. I think monocolored commanders are generally really strong. Note, commander
I agree.
unity rules are not being respected. This card does not force you to play mono red.
Yeah, you do not have to play Identity. Without this card would be like a C minus B plus
Yeah,
B plus, but like because of just the raw power of it being a free card in
yeah,
your hand
yeah,
and counting down your deck, it's so good.
yeah.
A
You're
minus.
very happy with this card. You will be trying to get it right. Red has a lot of A minus.
Yeah, Red is doing
And
pretty
here
good.
we get an
Here's
A.
another one.
A. This is not an A minus.
Yeah, that's
This
true.
card
Yeah,
is far. I think this is an A plus. This card is
I agree.
much better than Ancestral Recall.
Impulsive Tutor is fucking
Yeah,
horrifying.
you
I
tutor a
had the
card
double
and then you
cast on
cost
it as
it
well.
for free.
I had a deck with the double cast on the
Yeah, no,
Impulsive
this card
Tutor
is
as well, and
super
it
fucked.
was so great.
I would. Well, I think it is much better. I would like. I
If Slaughter Pack was colored, it wouldn't be here, because Slaughter Pack is only here
Yeah, like
because
this
free
is a
removal.
colored card that I genuinely consider maybe this is S tier level good.
Yeah,
It's
it
so
is
fucked.
horrifying.
Bolt.
Bolt is not this super removally.
Yeah.
Where's Crushma? I think it goes with Crushma.
Charisma is in C minus.
Yep, I think it
Okay.
kills with Crushma.
Nutshot is much better. Costing nothing is really good.
Yeah,
I,
put it with Fury. I think
yeah.
they're pretty comparable.
I think Nutshot's slightly better, but I don't think it's B better. These cards are
Yeah,
really good.
yeah.
Abrade is, I think, better than Lightning Bolt, not by much. I think it's C instead of C minus. Killing artifacts matters a lot.
It's true. I like it in C.
Bob. Okay, so this card is weird. You never draw lands again. It really smooths out your late game draws, which is good.
But you can't really cast it early.
Yeah, it's like a
Uh,
weird build around.
it is.
I think I like it in C plus. Like it's a card you really like to have later because it just makes your draws like a lot better.
Yeah, but it does have the restriction of you can't cast it until you don't want any more lands.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like
I
it in
think
C
so.
plus.
Yeah, I have not seen this card do much. I haven't
Cast
seen it.
played it. It didn't look great.
Yeah, somebody convinced me to add it. I was like, it
Big
looks
D.
meh. Yeah, D makes sense.
D.
Um, not a
Cabal
great
Ritual.
ritual. Yeah, Cabal Ritual Terror seems fair. Through the Breach is. Uh,
Um,
I think it is Shallow Drace
got what?
Coven. It's easier to
Rock.
set up, but it also costs 5. I think it's D
Yeah,
plus
I
comparable
put
to
it
these
in there
cards.
with them. Yeah.
It has uses. This card
This
is
card is
fucked. Like
hard to cast.
it's hard to
Very
cast, but if you
But
cast
you
it,
win the
you
game.
basically win the game, and they can't counter it. I think this is at worst B minus. I
I'd
think
put
it's
it in
B.
B.
Yeah.
You
Like
gotta cast it, but when you
it's
do,
so hard
it's
to
over.
cast that I don't think I can justify it in B plus. But
Yeah.
the card.
Combo with the double cast for true beauty.
True. Banefire.
Unclear why this card is in the cube, TBH.
Yeah, it has text, so E.
It's probably better than E, honestly.
Yeah,
I
fair.
think it's better than conscripts and trigger happy.
Nah, Banefire D plus. Let's
D,
go.
big D plus.
Yes. Faithless Looting.
Uh,
Faithless Looting is a good card.
Good card.
The fact that
C
it's card
plus?
negative is what? What do you say?
C plus, I think.
Yeah, being card negative is less of a big deal when the card quality is so different.
It's true. Ruck A, combo
It's
with Ruck
it's
Egg
worse
for
than
big
Treasure
value.
Cruise. It's worse than Treasure Cruise. I put it in C
Yeah.
plus. Yeah.
C plus.
Gamble.
Gamble. A tier worse than the like true hard tutors, but
I think it's comparable to a restriction tutor. So
yeah,
B
I like it in D.
with Vamp and the stuff being higher. Right of Flame.
I'd put it in the Cabal Ritual tier. It's a little better, but not that much.
Yeah, I think it's actually worse.
That's probably true.
+3 and +1 are very different. Strike.
It's
This
true.
card is gigafucked.
Yeah, Strike is pretty fucked. It's just two
I
lightning bolts, but you
I think
didn't increase the
I think it's
cost.
A.
Is
Like
it better than all this shit in A minus?
I think so. Like I guess it's really strong removal, and I guess you could put it's either the best card in A minus or the worst card in A. I think.
Don't. It's definitely, yeah. It's one of the two. I guess we could put it in A for making the tier list look better because it is I think better than all of the cards in
Yeah. Like
A
It
minus.
kills your opponent relatively often, and when it doesn't,
But
it's red removal that works.
it is weaker than everything else in A though.
Yeah, I do agree. I would rather get
Yeah.
these cards.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think it's comparable to Tobias, so I think it's in A minus.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
Combo of chests for
Ashmouth,
big
Dragon, and
value.
Strike I think are very comparable cards.
Okay.
So I
A
think it's an A
minus.
minus. Starburst, this is Time Walk. It goes in
Yep.
Time Walk tier.
Yeah. Big A go burr.
Yep. This is Time Walk. It does
Yeah,
Time
yeah.
Walk. Jessica's Will.
No,
So this
no,
card, notably, the text is slightly relevant. You have a
you
commander.
can control commander, yeah. I still think it goes.
I
I
think
think it goes a tier up from.
Yeah, I think it's Dark
like
Ritual
normal.
tier instead of Cabal
Yeah.
Ritual tier.
I
Being able to
agree.
impulse draw in late game is very useful,
Yeah.
and if you have a commander in play, it's great.
Yeah.
Wheel goes in Time Twister tier.
Yeah, I think the cards are virtually the same.
Yeah,
Probably with a little hedge towards Time Twister since the combo cards with it are in its color.
Wheel of Misfortune is far worse. It is still really good. I think it's a tier lower.
Notably, Wheel of Misfortune doesn't like. You can play this card in very different decks where you just want to take damage to Wheel
Yeah, so like
by yourself.
this card you play basically with this card, you are playing in decks where you assume you will win the bidding and want to win the bidding.
Yes.
In aggro decks, this card is great. It's better than Wheel of Fortune because you just win and your opponent doesn't get cards.
Yes.
In Storm, it is better if you can go
I don't
harder.
think this card is good in Storm.
It's very dependent on how the game state is going. Storm
That's
against
fair.
control, it's great. Storm against aggro, it sucks.
Yeah, I like this card pretty nicely.
It's definitely more of an aggro card. I think C plus makes sense. There are a lot of
Yeah,
other
I think
aggro
that's a
cards
fine spot for it.
Like yeah, I like this.
Yeah.
I like this card. I think it's good.
Yeah.
This card is sideboard tech probably.
Sure,
Well,
I don't want to read it, so.
Yeah, it's good against like destroy up to 3 artifacts. If you hit like 2 or 3 artifacts, it's great. It's destroy 2 artifacts, put them in your hand with some downside.
Yep.
But if your opponent isn't playing many artifacts, if this targets 2 Moxen, you're with it. Because the
Yeah.
Moxen die at end of
Plus
turn.
like 4.
Yeah.
Card's weird.
I think it's either sideboard or like D. I'm putting in D minus. I remember to cut it at some point.
True.
Opening ceremony.
Is opening ceremony better than Diabolical Salvation?
Diabolical. Fuck. I don't think so, but it is really good.
Yeah, so I think it goes a tier down from Salvation as being very comparable cards.
I think it's actually this. I think the effect of Salvation is better, but it's not better by not costing quad red.
That's fair.
Like this
They're
card
both
is
very powerful.
I have played this card and I have seen it played. Like it often gives you like a Mox and then a fucked card that is worth 6.
It turns out an entire booster pack of this set is really broken.
Yeah, like for example, I've gotten like where the fuck is he? Where is Foremost Device? This fucker. Like if you get him and a Mox, you're very happy.
Fish.
Yeah, and like as you can see, B and upwards is a pretty full tier.
Yeah, like you're going to get some good shit. Sometimes you like high roll a time walk off of it, you can do all that bullshit and then take an extra turn.
Yeah, card's great. Death Flame of Kelt. So at worst is 2 mana draw 2, which is very good.
Which is great. And then the red source dealing 2 more can be pretty strong.
Yeah.
2 mana
Like,
draw 2.
I think this is B plus. I think it's up twice there. Doesn't cost
Oh, yeah.
double colored. Draw
Yep.
2 cards.
And
Don't think it's
if
A
you're
minus.
a real gamer, you don't read ahead at all.
This is true. To trigger your Rook Egg.
It's true. You're right.
Breach is the best Storm card.
Yeah.
Breach
Put
is.
it in
I
plus.
Yeah, I don't think. It's a card you forcing Storm. This is a card that makes you force Storm, but Impact 3 you're not leaning towards it, which is what I think. Like, if I see any of these cards Impact 3, I am still trying to get them to work.
Yeah, for
Which
sure.
I don't think is true about Breach.
Yeah. B plus for Breach.
Read ahead, Fable of the Mirror Breaker.
I love this card. Look, Fable is just a fucked card in
Yeah.
general.
What is
Most of the
normal
time
Fable? Is normal Fable B minus?
I think normal Fable is B minus, and the flexibility bumps this thing to a B.
Yeah. It's very good.
I really enjoy a good Fable the Mirror Breaker. This card is like taking over competitive Magic like so hard.
Well, currently initiative is going harder, but
Yeah, no one plays Legacy
shut up.
Level.
Okay. I think sneak attack is definitely better than through the breach, but not by a lot.
Yeah,
I
C
think it's C
minus.
minus.
Hang out with Crushma and Lightning Bolt.
Yeah. Maddening Hex.
This card is fucking scary. Combo this with your Harmonic Prodigy.
I think this card is. I think it's probably B minus. I think it's comparable to Tovolar's. It
Yeah,
doesn't
I
clock
like it
them
there.
normally, but like.
It's a lot harder to kill than Tovolar's. I
Yeah.
think it's better than. I think it's actually a goodly amount. I put it in B. I
I
think it's
I think
goodly
double
amount better
red
than
is
Tovolar's.
kind of cringe, but yeah, no, B makes sense. It's so
Yeah.
harsh if you
Combo
Lotus
it.
this out, you win the game.
It's true. Combo it with your Harmonic Prodigy. It's
Okay,
beautiful.
how are dorks? Time for dorks. Where Bob go?
All right. Bop is the best dork. We can agree
Yes.
with that, right?
Bob is the best dork, obviously. Well, okay. Yes, the
Bob
best
is the
non
best
artifact
dork.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's no. I needed to double check there wasn't some fuck dork I'm forgetting
The
about.
fuck dork we put in, yeah.
Yeah.
So I
Okay,
think
okay.
Bop-
The consideration is Uvenwald Abomination, which is arguably not a dork because it's a 2-mana 4/6.
yes, I don't
Okay.
think it's the dork.
Where is
div.
Bob? It's
I
great.
think
You want to run it if
Bob-
you can. I think it's the definition of a BT card. You want to run
I
it if you
agree.
can, but
I
like
agree,
you're
it's a
not
B.
hard forcing green because you saw Bird's Paradise.
I think that the mono green dorks are C pluses.
Yeah, I agree. You're not like you're happy running them if you're green, but if you're not like really a green
With
deck.
Jiraga Tree Speaker getting the push up to B minus because it's a fucked card.
Yeah.
I think the hierarchs also make it into B minus for
Yeah.
similar like
Yeah,
reasons.
and then we'll go.
We'll get
over-
back to Reclaimer in a
Yeah,
second.
we'll do the ones that are like similar to each other first because
Yeah,
review order
it's
or
true.
something.
Card review.
Yes. Okay, so Elvish Reclaimer.
There are really fucked lands in this cube.
Yeah. This card, like, if you have a fucked land in your deck, card great.
Yeah, and I don't think that's that hard to do.
No.
Like,
It's something like you're not pick if you don't have a fucked land in your draft deck and there is a useful card, you're probably not picking this. But
I think this card is pretty comparable to Jiraga, honestly.
yeah, there's just like it's more like Jiraga. You're probably just picking if you're in green, whereas Elvish Reclaimer, like I'd pick a good amount of other cards over it if I didn't have a fucked land yet, and I'd pick it over most cards if I did.
Yeah.
Oof.
Oof.
Oof, I
Oof
don't
is
think is
really-
sideboard. Oof is just good. Like as a green deck,
I agree.
you are
There's
least
so much
reliant on
fucked-
artifacts.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think Oof goes in Talia tier.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'd bump it up a tier. There's so many artifacts to
Yeah,
fuck in this
that's
queue.
fair.
There are decks that just lose when they see Oof in play.
Yeah. Here's the best. Here is the significantly better version of Kefar Commando.
Yeah. I think this card gets a B.
Yeah, it owns so many decks so hard, and there's almost nothing that doesn't get angry at it.
I've never been like happy to see like
No.
like a frenzy trap breaker across the side. The fuck's this guy again?
This card's good.
The first one.
It's
they
a
draw,
weird Bob.
Any of each player's upkeep, that player may. So
Like it's a Bob, and your opponent gets to choose to give both of you more cards, and then it does like a wacky Hole Reacher impression.
so basically, it's Howling Mine though.
Well, no, because if your opponent draws the extra card in your upkeep, you get an additional extra card. Because the
Your
first
opponent
ability
would
triggers.
draw a card except for the first one they draw in their draw step. Each turn, you draw a card. No, you just get 2 cards, and your opponent does,
No,
so they
because
get access to the
you
card
on
first.
your upkeep you choose to draw a card, and then on their upkeep if they choose to draw a card, you draw a second card.
I see.
This card is
I failed
not
to recognize
symmetrical.
each upkeep. My bad.
Yeah, no, this card is not
Oh.
symmetrical. I think this card is comparable to Bob.
Yeah, I can
You
see
give
that.
your opponent a choice, which a bit. It does have Shroud, which is nice. And if your opponent draws a fuck ton of cards, you're happy about it. I think it's better than
You
Bob.
might.
I don't think it is like.
a tier better.
Yeah, it's not Crown Guardian.
Yeah, it is not. Crown Guardian, it is not.
Hellpack Alpha, big dude, make more wolf.
It's pretty sick.
Yeah, it's a big. I think it's. I think it's definitely in the B tier. Like,
Yeah.
it takes over games.
I think it's a B or a B plus. It might be a B plus. Making a 3-3 every turn is
Yeah,
really
it's. I
horrifying.
think it's it that it dominates. I think comparably to it that writes at one.
Yeah. What a guy.
Yeah. This fuckhead.
If you had, whenever you had green in your mana pool, if you always 3 green in your mana pool, you your 2. Oh, this guy is
This
fucked.
card does not die.
Yeah, Immortal 3/2, B plus, B
Yeah,
plus.
B plus. I've played with it. It's good.
I have never seen this card before in my life, but I don't want to, unless it's in my deck.
Yeah, fellows.
Rafellos is a fucked card, but you have to play mono green.
Yeah, mono green is meh. I think it. I
Yeah,
think it goes in trapped of command tier, so B minus. Like,
yeah,
it's fucked
it's
if you play mono green, but if you're not playing mono green, it's bad.
yeah. I do wish, I do hope we can add a couple more mono green payoffs in the
Yeah.
future.
Well, that's what E and F tier are for, to be replaced with mono green payoffs.
That's true.
Okay, 2 mana,
Uh,
4/6 taps for 2.
is it B plus or A minus? Do they get the push to A
I
minus?
think it's B plus.
It's B plus.
You can't
Yeah.
use it like as a creature. It's worse than it that rises one. As a dark, it is worse than like other things I call A minus.
But it does like both. Like,
It does
pretty well.
both, but it doesn't do like you can't use it for both at the same time. If you're using it for mana, you're not using it as a creature. I think it's
Remember,
B
get yourself a werewolf that does both.
true. Green has a good.
You should start it. Yeah, green.
And then Vigorous Tutor app.
Oh,
God, this fucking card. This card
what
is A
fucked
minus.
card.
This card's A
Yeah,
minus. There's too many
fucking
fucked
bullshit.
creatures in this cube for this to not
Yeah.
be A minus.
What a fucked card.
Okay, finally. Okay, this goes
Alright.
in the same tier as the
Yeah,
other one.
finally a bad card.
Yeah. Where did we put the other one? Here.
Where do we put Monkey? Yeah, there
C
it is.
minus.
Cool.
Endurance. Reanimator isn't that good. It
Sideboard?
doesn't block as much as you'd hope for. It's still good, but
Sideboard?
probably C. I don't think it's a sideboard card. Like the body matters. It's a well-statted creature. I think
Alright,
it's
C. If you're in a deck, you can shuffle your graveyard back.
I think it's C minus actually. I'm not
Good
happy
for the-
playing
yeah.
it, but like I play it if I need it.
It's good for an endurance match.
This is real. Frenzy Pack is a fucked card.
I hate Frenzy Pack. I hate
It's removal.
Yep.
Doesn't kill everything, but it's great.
Plus.
Yeah, it's so good. Like, it's repeatable.
It also like
removal.
pressures and like
The thing is, when you block it, it gets to kill something again.
the only reason I could beat Gideon in the fucking deck that I was playing against that was Cloud Heavy of Gideon.
How did you kill this with? How did you go Gideon with this? What?
Because it attacks, it gets haste.
Yeah, but oh, you killed it with damage.
You kill you swing it.
I thought you
kill
meant
their,
like kill.
you kill their blocker and then
Okay,
swing it,
so
yeah.
if you ever want to play Elf Ball, here is how you play Elf Ball.
I mean, yeah, I don't think I've seen it happen though.
No, I think this card is a weak build probably around C minus.
Yeah.
Like, it should be better than it is, but it just meh.
Yeah.
Legendary Druid.
It is so fucking.
It's very dependent on how many colors you and your opponent are playing. If you're playing more of them, it's good.
I think I'm throwing this fucker in D.
I think, yeah, it's like a very
D.
funny card. I've played it before. It sometimes is good, but D.
Scrambling your opponent's busted lands is really sick as well, but
Yeah. It gets better depending on what's in your opponent's deck. Ramanep Excavator.
I'm not a big excavator enjoyer.
I think Crucible is better.
Yeah.
And I think Crucible is not that good.
Can we double D?
Yeah, I do think it's a D. How about oh wait, this isn't the Titania, that's just
Oh
bullshit.
god.
So
this card
3 mana, lots of keywords, like 3/3/4/4 if you have self mill it's bonkers.
Yeah.
If the third line matters, it's great. If it's not, it's a minorly overstated thing.
Like B?
I think B minus. Like, it's not as overstated as things we have in B.
Yeah.
Like
that's fair.
this card is not like 2 mana 4/4.
That's fair. Alright. I like it in B minus.
Yeah. Yeah, B minus has cards that I think are comparably fucked. I think this is Sildred-esque.
Yeah, I can see that.
Valkyrie Enforcer. This card is very mid. Like 3/3 flyer for 3 kills something that like has a stat. Good. I think it's
C minus.
C minus. I think
I like it
C.
in C minus.
I like it in. Oh, okay.
I can live with C though.
Yeah, I like
Yeah, it's
flyers.
chilling with like Lelia.
I like
Yeah, all right, yeah.
flyers.
Flyers are good.
Varys.
Uh, he's pretty solid.
Yeah, I think
C
he's.
plus. He's kind of
I
slow.
think
Casting
C.
creatures is harder
I
than
think
you
he's.
think.
I think he also chills with Lelia.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. All right, chilling with Lelia.
4 mana, 8/8 with upside,
God,
major upside.
I hate this. A B plus.
Yeah, it's so much stat. It just. Yeah, it. I think it's
It's
on the
probably
lower.
better than.
I think it's worse than Halfback actually, but
Yeah,
it's
that's
very
fair.
close, so I think it's.
It's pretty fucked.
Okay.
It has haste. Too.
Okay, this fucker, Animus of Predation. You're
I
eating
win the
profit, but
game.
this card wins the game if you cast it. I think it's A minus.
minus. Yeah.
You are spending time getting this card to work,
Yeah.
and the amount of effort it takes is why it isn't higher. But this card says you win the game.
5 mana win the game.
5 mana, like in the same way, like it's like Volatile Chimera,
tough
but
if it
much
shows
better.
up in pack 3, but
yeah, you can still get it to be strong.
you
in
can
pack
still
3.
get it. Like it can still be gross in pack
Like
3.
if this eats any Reanimator payoff, like if it eats a Bricella, it's busted. If this eats like just because it could be more busted, it's still busted if it eats Bricella.
Yeah.
Growth, free 0 mana ramp. Yeah, this card's
yeah.
good. It's 0 mana ramp.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked, and it's fixing.
It's a
B
it's
plus, A minus.
it's if you're. I think it's B plus.
I think it's A minus.
Yeah, no, yeah. I think Mokshan are A, so I think it's A minus.
Yeah, I agree. It is
Okay,
a little bit weaker.
Older Titania.
Not nearly as good.
Yeah, I think it's a C minus. I think it's a C card. It's a
I think it's worse than
C minus.
C minus.
C
Can
minus.
hang out with the half beaver.
Yeah. Okay, your things don't die, Lamau.
It's good.
I think
does
it's
cost 6 mana.
Yeah, I think it's
B
a
minus.
Yeah, I think it's a B minus type of card.
Yeah.
I think it's comparable with like I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's fine. It's good.
Yeah, it's powerful.
Kogla.
Honestly, also B minus.
Yeah.
They're very comparable. Kogla just
They're both 6 mana cards that
the
majorly
Kogla
affect
being
the
removal is big because
Yeah.
green struggles to removal.
Brand time. Depends a lot on your busted lands again.
Honestly, think he's worse than the other 2/6 drops.
Yes,
Hold up.
I fully agree. It's just in some that if your deck has busted lands that are like good busted late game lands, then it's definitely good. If it doesn't, then it's meh.
Not
I think on
great,
average
yeah.
it's around here.
Yeah, I like it.
Crater Hoof.
Hoof Daddy. It is kind of hard to cheat.
Yeah, it's very hard. Cheating it out is hard, and also having the board state where it kills is kind of hard as well. I think he's maybe like C minus, D plus.
I give him the D. Give the. It's a sad world to be a hoof, but.
Yeah. Woodfall Primus is removal, but it doesn't kill creatures, which matters. I think it
kills with hoof. I don't think it's any better or worse.
Yeah, it never.
And,
it's more Hoof is more polarized than Primus, but they're probably average. Okay.
I think Free Oasis is one tier down from Duretti.
Yeah, I think it's a lot worse, but not having to worry about artifact enchantment removal at all.
Or B plus. We
nice.
put Duretti in A minus. Yeah.
I think B plus makes sense. It's still a free card.
Yep.
Crop rotation. I think this is very, very. If you have anything to bust it with it, then it's. I think it's B. I think it is better than Reclaimer.
Oh, for sure.
Like I think it's in B. If you have any busted lands in your if you have one of the busted lands, it's A minus. Try to get it, but if you don't, it's B.
I feel like looking through this, I've also felt like a little bit better about Titania. I feel like she gets lands back more than I thought she did. There's like a goodly amount of ways to randomly sacrifice lands in green or other Titania. I think they're both no, I like her still there. Okay. I think other Titania is sweet now.
I still think it's not B.
I don't think it's B either.
It's not better. These cards are like frenzy.
No, I don't think it's better, but yeah.
I think it's this vibe here.
It's sweet.
Yeah. Nature's Claim. Not great. You need it
I'd
sometimes.
Probably put it one tier under Cathar Commando.
That would be
C minus, right?
C. Yes, I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
Veil of Summer.
Sideboard.
Yeah.
Broken sideboard, but sideboard.
Multi-tutor. I think this is... So it's weird because I think it's better than... I think it's better than Enlightened and Mystical, but I think it's worse than Vamp, and I'm not sure where to put it.
Yeah, I'd put it at top of B.
Yeah, I think I agree. I think crop rotation's actually better, so...
Yeah. Maybe crop rotation
Yeah,
supposed to be a B
honestly,
plus is the
yeah,
issue.
yeah. I
Yeah.
think it's actually B plus. It's B. Like if you don't have a broken land yet, I'd still pick it as though it's a B because you might find one, and if you have a
Yeah.
broken land, it's A minus for sure.
Yeah, okay.
Once Upon a Time itself. So this card is worse than Once Upon a Time.
Where did we
Like,
put ties?
we put Time in B minus, I think. No, we put Once Upon a Time in B.
B minus.
I think not being a counterspell is a massive deal. I think it might be C plus.
Yeah, it does smooth draws super well.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I think.
I like it in
Yeah,
B
B
minus.
minus.
It's a broken card.
Force of Vigor. This card is great.
Yeah.
This card kills lots of important things. I think it is better than Force of Despair.
I'm not sold.
Really?
I'm not sold. Like, look where we put Nature's Claim.
We put Yeah, I guess. Where do we put Nature's Claim? Costing nothing matters so much.
I don't know if it matters that much.
Okay, I guess C plus.
it's
I
C+.
don't think it's below C plus.
I like it at C plus.
5
Artifacts
art.
and enchantments are
I think this
yeah.
card is like ad nauseum tier. The effect is better. The cost is hell.
I think the cost being hell bumped it down to D minus.
It just, I think it has
this is
like
such an awful cost.
I think there is a major upside to, in like a non-insignificant amount of matchups, this kills your opponent instantly.
Okay, all right, D.
Yeah, I think D is good for it. Green Suns.
Okay. Green Suns is
there
awesome.
Yeah, like looking at the cards that are here, they are still good if you pay one more for them. I think it is a B card.
I think B. I'd put it in B plus.
Yeah, it's better than Multi-tutor.
Yeah.
Not hitting
Green
off-color
Suns
cards
is
is kind of cringe, but it is really good.
Do we have the land creature in here for it, by the way?
Dryad Arbor, yes.
Okay. Yeah. Dryad Arbor existing.
Channel.
Channel is a fucked magic card.
I don't know where to put Channel. I haven't seen it much.
I think it probably goes in B.
I think it's B minus. I think it's actually kind of built around D.
It is built. Yeah, it is B minus. I agree. It fits all the build around.
Finale, I think this is.
This card is worse than Green
yeah,
Sun because
hitting off-color things is nice, but costing 2, I think, is enough to bump it a tier down.
Yeah, strong card still.
Still strong card. Eureka.
E.
Where do we put Show and Tell? Show and Tell is C minus. Okay.
E is for Eureka.
Yeah, it's still E. I think it's D minus, but it's not good.
But it's funnier if we put it in E and nobody's gonna care. E is for Eureka series.
I think it's D. I don't think it is that much worse than Show and Tell. Natural Order.
Card is busted. It's like the reason to play Big Green Men.
Yeah.
I think I like it in
B
minus.
minus.
Like it in B.
Yeah, I think it's comparable to Channel. Like it has different payoffs, but
I think it's easier.
Yeah,
than Channel.
that's fair.
I think we might have put Finale too high as well. I think Finale should be a B minus.
With Green Suns still has a B plus.
I think Green Suns is just
the thing is, Finale and Natural Order are different cards because Finale breaks with cards like Ludwig's Insectile, and Natural Order breaks with cards like.
Still good.
Yeah,
all right,
basically, Finale is for overstated things. Natural Order is for expensive things.
That's fair.
They're different cards. I think they're fair being in the same tier, honestly.
Okay, I like it.
Tooth and Nail is cost and it's great. I think it goes here. Like
sure,
it costs one more, it's better, but you also need to commit more draft picks to make it good.
Has anyone built Birthing Pod in this cube yet?
I think it's good. Like, I haven't seen it happen, but I'm not convinced it's bad because like there's so like 3 mana costs of things you're playing.
Yeah.
You can pull the Elf into 2 mana 13/13.
It's probably like C somewhere.
Yeah, I think C.
Put it in C.
Yeah, C. It might go up if we see it played. Exploration is It's
It's a
weird.
strong
It's a
card.
strong card if you can get
I
it.
end up playing not that many lands in
How
these
how
decks
are
'cause
we
I have so much
how
power.
are we considering these cards? How much better is Fast Bond than Exploration? I don't think it's that much.
It's a little bit. I think it's like maybe a tier better than
I think
Exploration.
Fast Bond's probably is Fast Bond B minus or C plus.
I think Fastbond C plus and Exploration is C.
Yeah. Yeah, this card was more fucked a while ago, back when Sovereign's Realm existed. These cards were both
Yeah,
extremely fucked back when that was a thing.
yeah.
Foresight! This is
It's pretty
Giga library
gross.
stacking. If you have Foremost Device, it's very epic.
It's true.
How are we... So, Foresight and Sylvan Library. I think Foresight is
Foresight is
better.
better than
I
Sylvan
think
Library.
Foresight is... I think it's a... Is it a B? I think it's B or B plus. It's very good at stacking
I
these
think I'd put
cards.
it B plus. It
Yeah.
stacks so hard.
Where does
And I
Sylvan
think
go? Sylvan's B
Sylvan
minus, I think.
I agree. I agree. B minus for Sylvan. Good card, but
Yeah, good card, but fundamentally a Magic card.
Survival I think is better than Worldly Tutor.
Yeah. I think I think it is Green Sun's level, yeah.
Yeah, B plus.
And then Sasaya's Essence. This card also forces you to play mono green, but the payoff is even harder than Raphael's. I think costing 3, but like
Maybe
I
I
think
think I
it's
just put
Raphael.
it with Raphaelos.
Yeah, I think it's Raphael's tier as well. You need to be
Yeah.
in this core, but you get massive payoff for doing so.
Yeah.
It's also
All right.
notably extremely fucked with WorldNet.
So we've got all our monocolored stuff tiered
Yes.
out. It looks pretty good. It looks pretty good.
Yeah, we can tell that blue is good.
Yeah. Wow, poor green and white are crying in there. I mean, the cards in A minus in green are super fucked.
Yeah.
But
Like they're just not this fucked.
this level of fucked, yeah.
Like this is a hard bar to clear for a creature.
It's very true.
This
Yeah,
card
you'll
just
probably not see any other like creatures that are essentially spell stapled on creatures that are in A, because
yeah. This is the only creature I'd put in A.
yeah, the only creature I'm like planning on attacking with that they can be in A.
Yeah. Okay. Azorius, Lavinia. Is this card
So,
better than Talia?
notably, every single multicolor card just takes a hit on being multicolored.
Yes.
Like that is inherently a downside. I think this card isn't as good as Salia.
I think
And we
that
put
is.
Salia in C plus, and she's multicolor. I think she hits a C minus.
I think her effect is comparably. I think her effect is better because she's not symmetrical, which means you can play this in your own fucked Moxen deck.
Yeah.
I think
but
she's as good as Talia. Blue white's a pretty good color combination to be in, and if you get this out on turn 1, it's so fucked for your opponent.
it is pretty.
Like both the
miserable.
lines are very very relevant in this cube.
That's fair. All right, C plus. It is powerful.
This card is high because
a
it is a commander.
commander.
I think it is probably one of the weaker commanders, so I'd
I
put
think
it.
it gets a B.
Yeah, I think B is the lowest. I think I'd put a commander, and I think I'd put this there.
And
I have
try
played
it.
it.
B.
I have played it as stacks. It doesn't work, but okay, this card gets better the bigger your brain is.
That's true.
If you can play under this effect properly, I think it's a B plus, but that is really hard.
Yeah, it is very hard. It's a B. Unless you're a
Tree
big brain
Fairy.
gamer. Tree Fairy is still a gross card.
Yeah. Does it go in the tier of very good normal Magic cards, otherwise known as C plus?
People. Yeah, sure.
Okay, here is Giga fucked multicolored card.
That's true.
All
God,
is so fucked. I think this card. I think this is a like. I think it's B plus at worst, and I think it's A minus.
I'd agree with
I
A minus.
love if I see this card like in pack 1 or 2, I'm picking it and building my deck around it.
It's honestly miserable.
Yeah, like if your opponent doesn't have instant speed cards, they fucking lose, and if they do, you play not, and they still fucking lose.
It's true.
This card's great. This card's a very valuable.
Massive card advantage.
Yeah.
Slow,
I think
though.
this is one of the better commanders that isn't,
Oh
being
right, it's
played.
also a commander. I
Yes,
forgot.
yes, it's a commander. I think it is at least as good as the ready.
Yeah, I like it in A minus.
I think if it wasn't multicolored, it would be an A. But forcing
Yeah.
you into playing like, it didn't even completely force you into playing 2 colors because if you can't cast it reliably, it's still -1 deck slot.
Yeah.
So you don't have to force for it that hard. But
Shurikai is awesome. Yeah.
Fractured Identity. Better in
Um,
normal vintage cube, still good. It just
no,
cost 5,
B
which is
minus,
yeah.
C plus,
I think C plus. I think
C plus.
costing
Yeah,
5 compared to March is but like getting the copy is
but you
really
just steal it. Yeah,
good. This is a kind of fucked reanimator card. Ignore the fact that it
um,
says X. The X doesn't matter.
yeah. It's pretty sweet.
I
Is
think
multicolor
I think it goes like
like B, B minus?
I think B minus. It's a builder. It's like
It is a builder.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it's in
better
the
than
funny
it's
B
better
minus
than
builder around
Exhume and
here.
it's worse than and than like the very good ones.
Yeah, yeah. All right, B minus.
Archmage of Dreams is
I hate Archmage of Dreams. I
it's an
hate
A minus
or gets
card. Like
it would be an A if it wasn't blue black.
yeah, like all for naught isn't actually all for naught's actually a mono blue card, but
Yeah.
it
Archmage of Dreams is more fucked than All for Naught, I think.
it very much is deck dependent. Archmage of Dreams
Yeah.
is if the match is in any way like not a race to the bottom, this card's more fucked. But
Yeah.
if you can cast this card on turn 1, you can win the game with it. Archmage of Dreams, you cast it on turn 1, is like Archmage of Dreams can still be removed, and you only draw 3 cards.
Yeah. No. Archmage of
All
Dreams
for
is
naught,
miserable.
they counter it or they die a lot of the times.
That's fair.
I think both of these cards make a solid argument for being A.
Yeah.
I think I think Astronaut's actually A. It's not a multicolored card.
Yeah, that's fair. I can respect that. All for Naught is pretty
Yeah.
fucking crazy.
Phoebe is meh. Phoebe is like E, I think.
Yeah, that's fair.
Phoebe.
She's funny though.
Shadowheart is overstated as fuck and draws you cards.
Yeah, I do like
Fuck
Shadowheart.
Bob.
Yeah,
Fuck
big
Bob
big.
number. I think it's at least as high as Bob, and I think it's probably.
I think it
high.
goes in Bob because of being multicolor.
Yeah,
It
that's
chills
fair.
with Bob.
So B minus.
Yeah, yeah.
I
He's
think
pretty
it's fair.
great though. Or she. I
Notion
think it's
Thief. I don't know. Notion Thief.
I
think
it
it's
sure is the worst version of the effect.
Yeah, where did we put Hull Breacher? We put Hull Breacher in B minus. It's not B minus. I think it's C.
Yeah, C plus.
I think it's
C.
C.
Yeah, that's
4 mana and multicolored.
it is tough to cast him.
Yeah. Garuda
He's a
is
funny guy though.
bad.
Garuda is bad. E.
Yeah, E. This is a really fucked reanimator target and also like somewhat castable.
B minus.
Yeah, I think it's
You can
I think
tinker
it's
him out too.
true. I think it's Bracella tier. So yeah, B minus.
I do really want to tinker out Mishra. That
True.
sounds like a good time.
I've had this card. So notably, what you can do with this card is have the ready in your command zone.
Oh yeah, you can just have it ready in your.
That is
Oh,
what happened
chat
to
room.
me. You can
Oh.
just welder in and out of it. It's very funny.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
Ancient Grudge. This is not versatile enough to not be sideboard tech. I think things have to destroy both artifacts and enchantments to be mainboardable.
Artifacts are the main one. I have main decked Grudge before. There are usually Moxen for it to hit, but it's probably
It's not
better in the
I
sideboard.
don't like it if it kills a Moxen.
I enjoy
Then-
killing Moxen
Okay,
with Ancient
then I'd
Grudge.
put it in like I don't know, C minus with
Sure,
Nature's
C
Flame.
minus. Yeah.
I think it's
Yeah, I should chill with
Bolt
Nature's Flame.
Bird. This card is at least
Yeah,
as good
it's
as
better
Bird. Yeah, so
where's Bird?
Bird's
Bird's
in.
in B.
I think this is B plus. Like, is it how much the Bolt does really matter because it's incidental and you can also cast both, which makes it really
I
good.
think the flexibility buffs this up
Yeah.
to A minus. This card
Yeah.
is so
Like
fucked.
at worst, you are playing mono green and you're just putting this in your deck as Bird number 2, and you're very.
I think it
happy
goes
with
an
it.
A minus, honestly,
I-
just on the back of how.
Well,
like,
the thing
fucked
is,
the
you have to be
flexibility
in
is.
both. Like, look at the other things in A minus. I don't think it's comparable.
That's fair. That's
Like,
fair.
I don't
All
think
right,
this
B
card
plus.
beats these cards.
That's fair. All right, B plus. It's pretty fucked though.
Yeah. Red and 6.
It's good.
Yeah, it's
I
pretty,
play Red in 6.
think
Like
it's-
C plus.
I think C. Like,
I
Is it-
think yeah.
it's kind of not as good as these in other things. This
Yeah.
card is weird. It's like its stats are good. It's like on rate, its exile ability is passive.
It's like a C minus.
Yeah, it's like an on
Like I'm
rate is
probably
not.
gonna play it if I'm in red green.
Yeah,
but, like,
on rate is not that good.
Yeah.
This card is also on rate.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Favs is fucking stupid.
Fov is really stupid.
If you can,
yeah.
I think it is not quite Archmage of Gym, so I think it goes in B plus. But oh my god, this card's fucked if you can cast it.
Yeah, Fovs is horrifying.
Yeah. Storm payoff, even if your deck isn't the Storm deck.
A.
Minsc and Boo. Minsc and
A.
Boo is A. You playing 2 colors is kind of cringe, but
This is the best commander in the queue.
by far, I think this has a good argument for A plus.
Yeah, I think this card is like this card would probably still be a B without the commander tag.
Yes.
Yeah, it's an A plus. You're absolutely right. This card is so fucked.
Honestly,
it might be an S.
Yeah, no, I think this is an S. I would strongly.
So fucked.
I don't know which of these 2 cards I would pick.
Yeah. All right, Minsc and Boo. On my list for cards that I think should get nerfed.
Giganta is often free, but when it's free, it's kind of mid. Even if it's free, D minus.
D minus.
The card. It's a 5-mana 5/5 with like meh text.
Yeah, it is free sometimes though. Free is free.
It's free, not that often. It's usually like what you get. Like you have to cut 1 good card for it usually.
Yeah, and then I usually don't cut 1 good card. You're right, D minus.
Knight. I think this card is. It is multicolored, so it is definitely worse than Reclaimer. I think it's C plus. Or
I like it there.
Yeah. Oh. C plus. There you go. Carve. This is a 120. Which fucking matters.
It's really hard to cast.
It's hard to cast, but it does everything, and like this card wins creature combat. It's kind of a thing. This card wins creature combat. I think it's probably
C plus.
Yeah.
You have to cast it.
I think it's either B minus or C plus. I'm fine with C plus. The mana cost. Wacky.
Mana cost is rough.
Damn. Better than the other black removal spell. Where do we put? We put Power Word Kill in. Where do we put Power Word Kill? I think we put Power Word Kill in C's.
So I think it goes into B minus on the back.
Yeah, I think it's a tick higher than Power Word Kill.
Yeah, I do like a good damn.
Yeah, Loris.
Hard to companion.
If you can get it, it's great. Like if you can companion him, he's nuts.
If you get him in back one and companion him, it's saucy. But yeah.
I think he's still like in this main deck. He's still like good, so I think he's like B.
Yeah, I like him as a B in the main deck.
He is notably also a monocolored card. This card great in D&T. You love him. Yep. I think being monocolored actually bumps him up for B plus.
I don't think he's as good as. Look at
this that's fair. That's fair. These cards are. No, Loris is fucked, but not that fucked.
Yeah.
EI.
I mean, look, I've never seen an EI I didn't want to cast.
Yeah.
It probably goes in the tier with like the good cantrips.
So Brainstorm tier.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. Definitely worse than Up Twice by a good margin. Yeah. The Lord Visor. This card is gigafuck. This card's better than Demonic Tutor.
B plus.
Where did we put Demonic Tutor?
B plus.
Put it in B plus. Then we put Demonic Tutor in A minus.
Yeah, I forgot you put Demonic Tutor in A minus.
I do think that's still true. Like, it gets the other things that are in A.
That's fair.
I think costing. I think it's still A minus. Like.
Yeah.
The 3/3. I think it's comparably good to DT.
Yeah. Also, you do notably need to actually have the broken shit to get with it. If you don't actually have the A plus stuff, it's like not as good.
Yeah, but I'd still pick this over most cards here if I'm.
That's fair.
Like if I'm one of the 2 colors, I'm strongly consider. I really want
the Lord Vizier is pretty horrifying.
By the way, you're not companioning this card.
Don't companion him. Yeah. It's fake news.
You can't companion this card because the only time you would is if you're Worldnet, and then it doesn't work because companion shuts off Worldnet.
Yeah.
This card's just a main deck. You can companion it if there's like something you really want, but then like, I mean, if you have one card that says "win the game" on it, then you can companion this card.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know, if you have Impulsive Tutor like with the double cast on it, you probably companion Lord Vizier.
Yeah. You always get the card. It's definitely a card you can companion if you have something truly fucked. If you can, like a card that wins the game when you cast it, then you can companion the card. Which I think that being a thing you can do with
Animist, I think is a consideration for it.
You are playing 3 colors, which is a bit meh. Animus
Yeah.
is like a consideration if you can, especially if you have like a 1 discount of it with a conspiracy.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Dak Faden.
He is the greatest thief in the
Yep.
multiverse.
I think he's probably
Where do we put looting?
Faithless Looting. We put Faithless Looting in
B
C
plus.
plus.
I think he's a little better than looting. I'd put him
Yeah,
in B
I think
minus.
he's in. Where did we put? I think he's a tier below thieving.
Yeah.
B minus. Yes.
Sweet.
Trolley Hiroti. Hiroti is fucked.
Yeah.
Both
Yeah.
the pluses are really good.
Yeah.
Cost
B.
1 usually.
Yeah.
I think
B
this
or B
card is.
plus, I
I think
think.
it's B plus. Like some of the
Yeah.
fuck, but I deck.
He's the greatest thief in the multiverse.
Loot Tree is free, so
Yep.
worst of B. I think Loot
Uh.
Tree is good. I think Loot Tree goes B plus. Like, it's a
Yeah. I
very
like Blue
useful
Tree
thing
and
to
B
just
plus.
have free access to.
Yep.
It notably, unlike commanders, also lower your deck size, which is very useful. Loot Tree
Yeah,
does not.
Lutri doesn't, but you can also have
Still
Lutri
fucked.
and a commander.
Inzerva is also giga fucked.
Yeah, I
I
think it goes in
think
B.
I think Inzerva has an argument for A minus because you can play it in decks that are only one of the 2 colors and still be very
Inverva,
happy.
the emblem, just playing her and embleming is
Yeah,
also just
every
brutal
single
sometimes.
mode on this card fucking owns them. Like, the
Yeah.
-2 is Fate Seal 2, which locks their draw. The +2 is busted, and you can -4 instantly, and then you're massively ahead. Yeah,
Yeah,
this card's A
Inverva is
minus.
horrifying.
This card's
What it's really looking like is I should just be playing red blue more often.
red blue does have the most fucked. I mean, it depends on if you find the fucked cards.
Yeah.
If your draft passes you an Animus of Predation or a
Yeah,
Minskin,
yeah.
if your draft passes you a Minskin Boot, you're not
You
playing
play
red
red
blue.
green,
Yeah. Death Right. I think it's.
He's still good.
I think he's with the mono green darks. I think he's worse than
Yeah.
like these darks because.
I think you just don't have the lands consistently enough, but he's still pretty powerful.
Abrupt DKA. This card is good. I think this card is
Yeah.
probably B minus. Removal's important,
Yeah, removal.
and I think Assassin's Trophy goes the same tier.
I think he goes one up. I think just
Why not?
having the ubiquity
Yeah,
of killing
ubiquity
anything is
it's probably
so
pop.
much-
Yeah, it's pop tier.
Yeah.
Scarwood Wendigo. This card can be super fucked.
Yeah, it's a great card.
I think it's a build
probably
around. I think it's a B minus
B.
build around.
B minus. Yeah, B minus build around. Yeah, you can just play it, and sometimes you just get a couple mana. It's pretty good. What does this
meh.
card do?
It does a lot of things. I've seen
Eh.
2 removal spells. I think it's C plus.
E, CC plus. Yeah.
I think it is March.
I think
tier.
I think this card really just hurts from the multicolored
Yeah.
thing of like there are like I think you bump this to C just on the like
Yeah,
of
that's
being
fair.
a true multicolor card.
Yeah, that's fair. Grist.
First is
It's
fine.
removal. I think it's
Yeah.
probably C plus.
I like it in C plus.
Life and Death. This is reanimate for 2.
Yeah.
Where is reanimate for 2?
B plus. There's reanimate, so B for reanimate for 2.
Yeah, this is on rate with right of completion.
Right completion. Yep.
Minor, very minor text.
I always forget this card exists. It's such a random card to exist.
Yeah. The life part has text like 1 in a million games. Vigilant is giga fucked. This card is B plus at best. I think
Vigilant,
this is
I think
this
is A minus.
Yeah. Like
I
I think a card has to be super fucked to be above A minus and multicolored, but this that's why I think it's comparable to Archmage in how hard it is to
Vigilant,
get.
Enerva, and I actually think Vigilant's better than Enerva. Vigilant is.
I think it's better. I don't think it's this. No.
Yeah. Vigilant
honestly,
just like shores up the game so hard.
Honestly, yeah.
The minus is.
I think
the
this
minus
is
X,
maybe actually more correct.
Yeah.
Vigilant
I agree.
Archmage in how hard they win games.
Vigilant is just not an okay magic card.
The thing is, even if you don't -3 it instantly, both the other abilities are also giga fucked.
Like, the -3 instantly is like, things are going bad, so I'm going to start winning the game now.
Yeah.
If you're never not losing the game actively, the other 2 modes are horrifying.
Yeah. Like, wipe most things that aren't massive. You have no cards. I have lots of cards. 6 point
Also,
lifespan.
sometimes you can just -2 on the X, and he's still alive, and it's like, and they've like
Yeah,
mind
like
blotted,
the
and you've
time where
drawn
you
2.
don't do the minus X is when you're dying to something large, and then you can +1 and it's dead.
Yeah,
Like,
it just kills every issue you might
yeah,
have. Vigilant is so fucking gross.
yeah. Zerda. There's combos. You're not putting this card in your command zone, in your companion zone. It's
No,
probably
play
B
it for
plus.
combos. Probably like a C.
C? I think C minus. This card's not
C
great.
minus. Yeah, it's not great.
Enchantling. This card is
This card
weird. It's has some good uses with it. If you have them, it's fine. It's probably like a C C plus.
great with Necro.
It's not
Tokens
great with
slash
Necro because you
impotence.
lose 9 for putting it in play.
Yeah, probably okay with impotence, honestly.
Still lose 9. It's
Yeah, but you
scary.
only have to pay half a life per card.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
I think
But
it's
you
C
can get
plus.
like you
I
can
don't think
get
this is a
like
good enough build around for B minus.
I
Like
think it is. You
there's
can
not
get
that many enchantments that you really want. Like
I
Hawkins,
don't know, like
what?
Hawkins Insight.
Like there's nothing here that you're.
You can also run. It's a monocolored card, which
That's
is important to
fair.
remember.
Okay, I guess as a monocolored card, it can go B minus.
Yeah, and there's like maddening hexes here. Like there's the one
Taking,
mana scry 3.
yeah, losing 9 for Hex is scary against the Lotus deck.
It still like can
That's
kill
fair.
them. That card's really scary.
Okay, wonky Uro.
Uh, you may exile into your sorcery graveyard. It's pretty strong.
Where's Uro going? This is probably going in the same tier. I think Uro is like a C.
I think this card is
Yeah,
better.
I think this card's C plus and Uro's C.
Yeah, where did we put yeah, it's in the tier with what's the blue black guy from the same set? He's in B minus, but I guess this card is probably weaker than him.
Yeah, that card is overstated. This one is
Shadowheart.
not.
Shadowheart.
Shadowheart's a
Yeah,
4/4.
Shadowheart is overstated. Yeah. Okay.
With Death Touch, which does actually
Death Touch.
matter. So we
Yeah.
said Uro was going in one tier
C.
lower. Yeah, C Uro makes sense to me.
Yeah, I see Euro.
Oko gets rid
B?
of problems.
B plus maybe.
Yeah, B
Oko
plus.
is so good.
Gets rid of most problems you're having.
I know. Is Oko as good as this shit? Probably, actually.
Yeah, like it just solves your problems so well.
It's fun to see the best planeswalker in Magic at B plus in our queue. Yeah, that doesn't count. Doesn't count. Minsk would be a B plus. B.
Yes, here's balanced. This card, fucking. If you're winning, this card instantly wins the game.
Yes, very hard to cast. Probably Diabolic Salvation tier.
Yeah. B is B Diabolic. Yeah. Okay, B makes sense to me. I agree.
Yep.
It like owns. You can own people. Like this card's still good if you play it on like turn 6 because.
Yeah.
If they don't have an answer, as long as you can answer the things they currently have, you can just make them draw the same land every turn.
Yeah, and they just draw basic forest forever.
Yeah. Aminatu, this card is, like, the blink is what you're abusing if you're getting it. I think it is I think it's... So, like,
this recost puts it, like, on...
Is it really worse than Freyalise?
Oh, yeah, because it costs 3 different colors of mana.
That's fair. The -1's very useful. But
it's a great card, but casting it is much harder than
I guess I
Freyalise.
would rather pick the cards that are here. Yeah, it's definitely worse than Lutri, so yeah.
Yeah, B minus.
-1 card is very good. Sephiroth, you can get it to work, it's great, but it's really hard to make it work.
I've not seen it do the same.
Yeah, I think it's D minus.
D minus. Okay.
The payoff is much better than these cards.
That's fair.
I think it's D minus. I would much rather try to build around, like, I would play these cards over Sephiroth.
That's fair. Yeah, me too.
Technology deploy. This card is weird.
Yeah.
Can draw a lot of cards on it, but it's hard to set up. Probably.
I've never seen anybody actually pop off with this.
Yeah, C plus. Don't think it's a B minus type of build around. Maybe C.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't even put it in that high. I'd put it in like C minus.
I think C is. I think it's fair alongside.
It's 3 colors. You don't have to cast the other side, but
it's 2 colors. You're not casting.
Yeah.
You're not casting this for
Deploy.
6.
Yeah,
You're
it's not
casting
great.
this for 6. Yeah.
I don't like technology very much.
I think it's C minus. I think
Okay,
like
I can live with C minus.
I
I
guess
put
you
it in D
already. I
plus. I
guess
think it's worse
yeah,
than all
no,
three of
yeah.
these
I
cards,
think you're right actually, because you're not playing this after before you're
but it's
moxing.
probably better than Juicy J.
Uh, Juicy J.
Giganza.
Oh, yes. I
Yeah,
think it's better than these cards for sure.
yeah,
It
yeah,
has much more potential payoff than Admos.
yeah, yeah.
This card is fucked.
Yeah, is three color does like
Is tricolor does justify being tricolor? I think it's B tier.
yeah, yeah.
I
I
think
like
it is
it.
not as good as these planeswalkers, but God, is it
Yeah,
good?
but yeah, it's yeah. I like it in B.
Lord Windgrace. I think this is Aminatu like
Yeah,
meh. It's not going above B. It's not going below B. It's a -1 card in deck, which is good.
yep, B.
Hey, you have to read the card.
No, I
What one white and one so artifacts you control have modular X, where X is their converted mana cost. This card notably is not an artifact. Uh,
yep.
and
Not that you'd be able to find that out.
for one white and one blue, you can sack two artifacts to search an artifact into play. So repeatable Tinker, and it's a three
But
five
it
for
does
three.
cost. But it does cost what Jeskai, right?
It does cost Jeskai.
What's its power and toughness?
3/5.
Okay. I I really hate this card because I can't read it.
I think this card is
Uh,
good. I think it's a B minus build around. Like repeatable Tinker's strong. There's some wild shit you can do with the static, but it does cost 3 colors.
okay.
Like given it has Tinker text and we put Tinker in A minus, I think B minus is
That's
fair.
fair. Yeah.
Okay.
That is.
I would like to contend Legend of the Arena as the second most fucked commander in the cube. The card is so fucked.
It is good.
It is so insane. Like you need a plane. If you have a planeswalker in your deck, the 3 is fucked. The 1 and 2 are always fucked. Like you
It is
always get
really
a
good.
discount on all your spells of at least 1. If they don't kill your 2/1 with no text, you get a discount of 2.
Yes.
I think this card is A. This card is super good. If I see this card, I'm trying to make it work. I think this card's A. Like it's
I think it's A. I guess it is probably better than Shorikai. Yeah. A.
yeah, it's better than Shorikai and Duretti for sure. I think it's A, because it
The
is free.
commander buff is real.
Any commander card also gets a little better with the conspiracies, notably.
Yes.
Leopold.
Probably. I think it's probably a tier up from
Ocean Thief and a
Ocean
tier
Thief,
below
yeah.
No Breacher.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. So here, at Estra. So I think Estra is
Goes in
Estra.
the B tier for being impossible to cast.
I have
again.
cast Estra. I have cast Estra more than once. It is genuinely like the thing is, I think it is very very good if you resolve it. Like the -3 booster tutor is super useful. Um, so I
That's
think the
fair.
card is barely B. I think it is barely not B plus. But like if you're playing 3 colors and this is your commander, if you have any type of random add for all colors, which you have,
Yeah.
they're in your land base.
Yep.
You can cast this card sometimes, and when you cast it, you like
It
it's
is
a
gross.
massive value grinder. I still think it's
Yeah.
B for the same reason Aminato is B. Like it does do good
Yeah.
things, but it doesn't easily enough.
Yeah.
Near Eyes, it's a payoff for being 5 colors.
E.
It's not that great. I think it's D minus. Like it's good if you
Sure.
can get. Progenitus is a card. I think it's a C minus. You don't
Yeah.
like it's good if you have your fucking payoff for it, but like
Yeah.
it sucks anytime else.
D minus. Yeah.
Okay,
All
now
right,
the
time for
fun card.
colorless.
Stone Coil Serpent.
It's not starting out with a bang, but
No,
you know.
I think this is a C type of card. Not
Yeah,
happy
big
to play it
C.
in my show-up stacks, but like meh. Okay.
So, what is your ruling on Quicksilver again?
It
How
takes
does this card work?
one of your you reveal all the Quicksilvers from your deck, then draw up to 7 and then do mulligans.
Okay.
So
So
like when
if you mulligan your opening
if
hand,
you mulligan, you
Quicksilver
get the
goes,
Quicksilver again, but you can put it back.
but you can't put it back. That is really nice. 1 mana 2/2 is nice.
It is a 1 mana 2/2 that you draw when you would want a 1 mana 2/2.
1 mana 2/2. Yeah.
Like I think
Um,
control decks might like it as basically a just, don't die to aggro super hard.
will say you're getting one less shot at drawing one of your fucked cards. For the
Yeah.
reason why I don't play Quicksilver in Marvel Snap, which is like you're not drawing your good card.
Yeah, I think there's definitely decks that want this, but I also think
I
it
give
is
him like a
like,
C plus.
yeah, I think C plus is fair. This card is a very interesting card to think about.
It is.
Phyrexian Revoker. This is definitely worse than, I think this is a C type of interactive piece.
Yeah, I
There's
like
some
it.
cards it shuts off that you really want to shut off, but it's still
Now,
fundamentally a 2-1.
Founder Inspector blows, and this is a testament to how
Uh,
bad Shops is in this.
the thing is, Shops doesn't need it. Shops is
Yeah,
not like Finding Inspector is generally an aggro Shops card. Aggro Shops in this cube doesn't work. This
D
is B
minus.
minus.
Yeah.
Quinn. This card draws. This card is.
Lober.
This is the quote unquote balanced version of Archfetch Extremes.
I really like protection from deals. Like A minus, B plus.
It's colorless A minus.
Yeah, fucking. I hate Lober.
I actually think this card's A. It's colorless. You're picking this if you see it. It's much better than Magical Senpai.
It's true. Lober time.
Being colorless makes it so much more fucked. Canal Dredger is actually kinda good.
It has its moments.
It's
I
like
wouldn't
it is
think highly,
definitely
though.
it is a very weird card because in pack 1 it is so much better than in any other pack.
Give it like a C, I think.
Yeah, I think C is good for it.
I'm
It's
not
a
like
very
excited
weird
to
card.
get
You're obviously never putting it
Dredger,
in your
but
deck, but
I'm gonna put it in my deck just to
Lodestone
see what
Golem. I think Lodestone Golem is the Talia.
Yeah, I agree.
So that
C plus.
C plus. Golos.
There are fucked lands, but he's kind of expensive.
There's fuck land. He costs 5.
C.
Yeah. C. I agree.
He's fine. I'd play him sometimes.
This card is very fuck. I think this is A minus because it costs 5, but you love it.
A minus. That
Maybe
feels
B
high for
plus.
this guy. B plus.
Yeah,
he's good.
he's so
he does 5.
Yeah, he
He
does
is
cost
colorless,
5.
which is really funny too.
Yeah. Worm
Uh,
Coil. C?
C? Yeah. Okay. Blight Steel is really. We could probably put Blight Steel and Emrakul in the same place. I think they're identical cards.
I think this is like Bracella tier because it gets hit by Tinker and Emrakul.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. And I think Emrakul chills with him.
I think Emrakul's C plus. I think Emrakul's worse. I think not being an artifact's a massive downside. There's like
Yeah,
multiple
there are
things.
a lot of. But this is hard to cheat out with the ready.
Yes, but
Like
Emrakul
line the
wasn't
welder
better.
ready. That's
Like,
fair.
Tinker,
Yeah.
Tollneck, you have.
You'd
you
rather
ate your-
channel out Emrakul.
You ate your
so.
Sarah. That's fair. I think the artifact being an artifact is very
fair.
is relevant
Okay.
enough to be a tier higher. Pure still. This card is weird.
What the fuck does this one do? Flying, enters battlefield, exile cards. All artifacts are colorless.
That
Own
doesn't do
Citadel,
anything.
got him.
Yeah, doesn't do much.
Deals combat damage to a player, get an emblem if you would lose the game. Shuffle your graveyard into your library with all power counters. So you have to connect with it. It's probably like so let's look at Robo Rocket along with it because they're both like artifact cheat targets.
Yeah.
I think Robo Rocket's a little better.
Yeah, I think Robo Rocket is
I think Robo Rocket chills with Blightsteel.
I think Robo Rocket chills with Emrakul. Blightsteel's a better cheat target.
I don't know.
I guess Robo Rocket being I think I agree. Robo Rocket chills with Blightsteel. You're right.
Yeah, and then I think I put Pure Steel in with Emrakul at C plus. If you connect, like sneak attacking Pure Steel Angel is really good.
Yeah, that is fair. Yeah, it's a good sneak attack target. That's true. Yeah, I think I agree with this.
Yeah, cool.
Lamog. This card is vaguely castable, which is a real upside.
Yeah, I think I put him in B minus.
I think I agree.
Exiling 20 cards is pretty GG for the opponent.
I agree. Karn. So the -2 is like slightly
Where did
real.
we put the fucking 2-mana 2/2 with?
I think he's
Sony's
probably.
Islands?
I think we put Oof in B.
I think he's pretty comparable.
No, we put Oof in B minus. I think B minus makes sense for Karn.
Yeah, the card.
This card is not. This card's fucked. This card's a
is
2-mana
fucked.
counter. This card's a 2-mana counter. Whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
It's 2-mana counter spell with no restrictions. With many. I think this is mana drain tier.
Yeah.
It might be better. I think it's
I
at
think-
best, at worst B.
I think it's B plus.
Yeah, I agree. This card's
I don't think it's
so...
as fucked as the Shin A-, but it's pretty fucked.
Yeah, it's
It's
really
also
good.
colorless, like any
It's...
deck can draft it,
Yeah,
which is
it's
really
very...
nice. B
I
plus
think it is far better in blue than
if
in
you
other
have blue mana.
colors,
But
but it is
imagine not playing blue
really
well.
good. It's really good regardless. This fucking card.
This
You
card
can,
is
if you can
stupid.
cast it, it's great, but casting it is hard.
B- as a build around.
I don't think it's good enough for B minus. I think it's just a C actually. This card.
I mean, it is counter target spell for color. I guess it's not a freebie that it counters sometimes because sometimes they have. Yeah, C. I like it.
I think C is good for this. Okay, Pot of Greed. This is a card you are an S.
Plus. Oh, S. Yeah, it probably just is supposed to be an
like,
S.
just like Pact of Negation, it's free and it does
yeah.
exactly what you would want. Costing 0
is
Prince. Prince.
Damn. Is it the artist formerly known as Prince?
No. This is like Mind World on Hell's Cube.
Yeah,
very
I don't know.
weird.
It's not as good as.
I think it's
Mind
one
Twist.
tier below Twist.
Yeah.
It's if you can get it out, like I've cast this card on turn 1 and then they lose.
I mean, yeah, B.
It's better than Mind Twist on turn 1 and worse on every other turn, so I think it's B.
Yeah.
Costing being colorless matters. Okay,
All
Black
right,
Lotus.
Black Lotus.
I think Black
A+?
Lotus is, I think yeah. I think it's A+. Like
Yeah.
there's so much broken shit you can do because you can cast things on turn. I think Moxen are A and I think Black Lotus is A+.
I agree. All right, time for
Black or Lotus first?
E.
E?
E. We need to cut this shit.
I'm not convinced it's that bad. I think you're just too greedy with it.
I sided it in my last match, and I still never.
Yes, I think it should be in your deck every match.
Yeah.
I think it's D. I think it's D.
D. All right, sure. I hate
Chalice. Chalice is very good if you're going first.
Yeah, it is.
I think it's B probably. Card's really good.
Sideboard?
No, it's not a sideboard card. If you any matchup is Chalice is good in against most decks. Like it's a side out type of card. It's not a side
Sure.
out.
C.
I don't think Chalice is C. I think Chalice is better. I think it's B minus at worst. Cards.
Okay.
You get
Chalice is powerful.
You get so much shit to turn off. Okay.
Yeah.
You're not at the greatest. Okay, Chromox.
Chromox is probably a
B plus.
Yeah, I think B plus sounds reasonable for Chromox.
I do think Faded Mox is good enough for A. Tapping for Colorless is a bit wah, but it's a Mox. Mox and that don't have downside are A.
Yep.
The question is Gleemox A plus? I think the answer is yes. All Colors is so good.
Yeah, the fixing's broken. Jack and the Mox, I still think it's just Jack and the Mox get bumped down to A minus for its crime of being stupid.
I think Jack and the Mox is A. I do think it is that good.
Just don't blow yourself up, Law.
It kind of, for the same reason Construct from Below is, like, it's so it's risky, but it is that good. Oh, hey, LED.
Yeah.
LED. B minus build around?
Card. Yeah, B minus build around. Lead.
Yeah, I do.
Don't get lead poisoning.
Petal. Petal is much better than Spirit Guides.
Not that much better.
I think it's probably being an artifact is so good. I think it's C+.
C plus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I have never actually seen this card be good, but I don't believe that it's bad.
I played it. It was okay. I had a Soul Ring that I was wishing for, or needing for.
Where are you putting it?
Good. Build around B minus.
That's fair. I think this card B minus makes sense for this card. It feels like it should be higher, but it's not. Mana Crypt is.
A.
Yeah, I don't think Mana Crypt is A. Is Mana Crypt S? Is Mana Crypt A plus?
Plus.
Yeah, I think it's A plus. I think Mana Crypt and Soul Ring are plus.
Yeah.
Mirror Earth Lotus.
I haven't played with this card.
I also haven't.
Build around B minus.
I don't think this is build. I think this is C plus. Like, you're betting on you being more unfair than your opponent.
You played in Storm, obviously.
But I think it's a cup. I think it's tier cup. Or did we put cup?
Tier cup.
C plus.
Cup.
I think C plus is
cup
good
time.
for Lotus.
Yeah.
Mox Diamond. I think this card is very comparable to Chrome Mox.
I agree.
Probably in the same tier.
It is notably actually fixing.
Yes, it's notably Chrome Mox is kind of fixing. It's notably fixing, but also I think discarding a land more often just doesn't work than discarding a spell.
Yeah, that's fair. B plus. I tend to like Diamond a little better, but hey,
Also,
it's the OG
you're
Moxen.
playing low
Hey,
land counts in this cube, so that
it's
doesn't
true.
help. These are all going in A.
Yeah.
That's Moxen are. Oh, this is Opal. Where does Opal go?
What
Probably
the fuck?
B.
One's Opal.
Uh, Art Metal
Oh
Craft.
yeah, that
I
one.
think it's B. I think it's worse than these two, but it is still
Yeah,
good.
yeah, I like it to be.
Pearl. That's an OG Mox. OG Moxen are good.
It's true. Vintage Cube hasn't been lying to you.
Shockingly, Colorless gets the most good cards. Who
I
would have
can't
guessed? Well, we
believe
haven't
it.
gotten to the two fucked categories yet.
It's true.
We are doing the two fucked categories last.
It's true.
Okay, so Urza's contact lenses.
It's a combo piece. It goes infinite with the
It
Urzas.
goes infinite with like four cards in
Urza
the
and
cube.
Femurza.
It goes on. It goes up infinite with both Urza. It goes infinite with Moonstone.
Yep.
I think it's a C type of card. You're never picking it before you have the other ones, which is a bit like it's a better
It is.
version of Toracle because the other
Yeah.
card is good.
Yes.
I think it's a C.
Yeah.
E
I like
map.
it there.
Where does E map go?
On the where did we put the fucking creature that emaps? I think it goes
Uh,
in the tier with that guy.
that would be B minus, which I think is fair.
Yeah.
Mana's Crew.
I love Mana
I
Screw.
I also love Mana's Crew. I think it's a B, but oh, I love it.
No, I think it's better than that.
B
Mana
plus,
Screw's really good.
B plus. I
Uh,
don't think it's A minus. I do. Yeah, B plus is actually very
you
fair.
have to like run really bad for it to start going really bad for you,
Well,
and then
basically how it works is that if you ever have leftover mana, you just have a chance of getting massive
yeah,
ramp.
you just gamble into like you basically calculate how much mana you can gamble away without making your turn miserable.
Yeah,
And then if your turn gets better, it's like so bog. Like
yeah.
yeah.
I think B plus. Definitely less safe of a gamble than Jack in the Box is. But
And 1 in 6 is I think
yeah,
Jack
no,
in the
you're right.
Box should be an A minus. The 1 in 6 is
I
not
that's
that
fair.
unlikely.
It's fair.
And I think it's essentially a colorless Moxen.
Okay, yeah, that's I guess yeah, sure. I
Yeah.
think that's fine. I think Mana Screw
And
is worse than Jack in
I'm
the Box
fine with
though.
Screw and B plus.
I think it's probably out of these five. I think it's the best card, but I think it is a
Yep,
good amount worse than Jack in the Box.
that's fair.
Mana Vault. This card is
Yeah.
I
B
think
plus A minus.
I think B plus. Ramping Colorless isn't as good here as it is.
Yeah,
in
I think
Submerging.
it's comparable to Screw.
Yeah. Manifold Key.
It's not great in this cube.
I think it's C plus. C plus.
Yeah. I'd put it with contact lens. I think it's
Yeah.
very comparable.
Yeah. Different combo pieces. The combo pieces are worse on their own, but the combo is much harsher.
Yeah.
Moonstone is A plus. I think Moonstone's A plus. I think Moonstone's debatably S.
I
Moonstone's
agree.
so fucked.
Moonstone is super fucked. I think it's better
Yeah.
than the cards.
Yeah,
and
I think it's S.
It's S. It goes infinite super.
It goes.
Super,
It
super
makes
easily.
every single mana rock in your you have taps for 2 now.
It is symmetrical, and it is important to remember this. But
True, it is symmetrical, but you build around it.
yes,
Yeah, it goes infinite with fucking everything.
had people dock-sided to me while I had Moonstone out, and I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah, but like this card is so fucked. There's so many things that go infinite with it.
My tournament win is greatly credited to Moonstone.
Top.
Top is great. There's so
Yeah.
much shit you can do with top.
Yeah.
I've never seen a deck that I can't do something fucked with top in it.
Is it
B
A minus
plus.
or B plus?
B plus. There's so much fucked stuff in B plus. There's no
Yeah.
way it's better than all this fucked stuff.
Yeah,
but
that's
it is
fair.
very good.
Yeah, it's like a very fair card. It's B plus for the same reason like Git Probe is B plus. It's like really good, but it's not fucked in any way.
Yeah. Exactly.
Soul Ring is A plus. Soul Ring is
yeah, A
flat.
plus.
Soul Ring is Mana Crypt here. These are
Yeah.
comparably good cards. Voltaic Key is worse. Manifold Key, I think it goes a tier lower.
Yeah.
Like you're happy with either if you have Volt.
Yep.
They both don't. the difference of saying another doesn't matter. This card still doesn't go infinite with Moonstone.
Yeah.
Grim Monolith is a good card. It goes infinite with Moonstone, which matters. It's also very good
Yep.
with Key. I think it's a B minus.
Where do we put Vault? It's very close to Vault.
I think it's. I guess B makes sense. It's definitely a tier below Fold.
That's fair.
Vo-
B.
Volt's like +2 versus +1 is like why Dark Ritual is here, and why
Yeah,
Dark
that's
Ritual
fair.
is a tier
Okay.
above.
Yeah.
Where's it? The
Of
fucking.
all.
Oh, it's actually two above two. Right of Flame.
Yeah, yeah.
Harnessed Core. I have had many fun with Harnessed Core. This
I
card
will
is.
tell you, I think that comparison specifically was bad because both Mana Vault and Grim Monolith have the ability
Yeah,
to pass the turn.
the waiting. Yeah, the cards are much better. I do still think
Yeah.
Volt is at least a tier higher.
That's
Like
fair.
having okay, let me say it like this: having 5 on 2 versus having 6 on 3 is a massive difference.
Yeah, that's fair. I can respect that.
Harnessed Core is fucked with so many things. The thing is, it's fucked with so many things that your opponent will have some of them. It's just that there's so many things. This is a stacks piece and a half, and it's really weird in the way it works. I think this card is very good, but it's
I agree.
really hard to make it work. I, I, I think this card. I think it's B minus at worst. I think it might be B.
Fine with putting it B.
Yeah, I think it's B. It does so many things. Like for example, with Mana Vault, it just draws you a card in your upkeep.
Yeah, yeah.
Actually, it draws you 2 cards in your upkeep in your turn.
Yeah, no, it is a gross card.
Yeah. It is symmetrical. It's very funny with things that you have that are supposed to be symmetrical because both the triggers are controlled by you, which means you draw twice.
Yeah.
Things like it's very fun with where is it? Calcutron, because the both players redraw to 5 just gets replaced with draw 2 twice, which draw a card twice.
That's pretty great.
No Rod is better than Oof because it doesn't cost colored mana and doesn't die to removal. B.
Yep. Yep, B.
Scroll of Papyrus.
A.
Colored mana matter. I think it's Grim. I think
Minus.
I think the colored mana versus the being repeatable is comparable. I think this is at Grim Monolith here. Wait, you
Okay,
think it's
yeah.
better? You said A. I don't think this card's A.
It is very good, but yeah, no, you're probably right.
Yeah. The A mana rocks are just so fucked.
It's true. The A mana rocks are so fucked. You're right. It's in B.
Serve resistance. Is this better than Talia?
I don't think
I think
so.
Shops is just worse than D&T, so it needs to be a tier lower than Talia.
Yeah, put
So
it in C.
I think Torn is better because it is playable in D&T, so I think it's at Talia tier.
That's fair.
Time Vault.
It's pretty busted.
I think it is busted enough. It gets the bump over B minus. Like
Yeah,
it's
build
like
around
you
B.
instantly win if it works, and the it works isn't that hard.
It's true.
Like compared to the things I don't think it's harder to build around than like
I
Gord
agree.
or
And
Bracella,
it
and
does
it
win the game.
instantly wins the game.
Yeah.
Warb.
Orb is like I think it's like better contact lens. Like it doesn't win the game, but there's a lot of good ways to
Yeah.
break.
It's
This.
like if Armageddon was good. I think it's C+.
It's true.
I think Static Orb's the same tier, by the way. I think those cards are very comparable.
Oh yeah, we can put.
They're
Static Orb.
different cards because Winter Orb is good in D&T and Static Orb is not. But Static Orb's better with Urza. So like
Yeah.
Static Orb's better if you abuse it. Winter Orb's better fairly. They're both good.
Yeah.
Basalt Monolith is like if Grim Monolith didn't do
B minus.
wasn't mana positive, B minus. Think the 1 mana makes it 1 tier worse. It still goes
Yep.
infinite with lots of things.
Yep, still pretty gross.
Yeah.
My Moonstone Gober.
What if Sinner's Judgment was good?
Yeah, what if Sinner's Judgment was good? B.
Yeah,
Yes.
this card has. I think it's B.
B.
Like the decks that want this card, sometimes like it's a good finisher. I see this card in shops a lot, where it's a lot less good than you'd think because you haven't dealt damage yet. But in an aggro deck, this card kills your opponent in 2 turns.
Yeah, I think it's B plus.
Yeah,
Honestly, it's
yeah,
so gross.
I agree. it's so good with the cards in B plus because if you get it out earlier, it just gets more and more
Yeah,
fucked.
on turn 1, this
Yeah.
card is like really hard to
If you
beat.
go shops this, you have one.
Yeah,
That's not actually true because there's more fucked things you can do, but yeah, I think Crucible
yeah,
goes with. I think being an artifact's an upside, so maybe D plus instead of D. It's still
sure,
not good.
yeah.
Ensnaring Bridge.
It's
Is this moat tier?
I think it's sideboard. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
moat
don't think
tier.
I'm starting Moat. This
So
fucking card.
the top the level 1 is good. Like when you cast an artifact, make a treasure is great.
It's reasonable. I
Um,
find it comes out a little too late to be exciting.
yeah, I think this is probably a C card.
It's felt super awkward every time I played it. I'm fine with
C
it in C though.
C minus then or a C good?
Uh, I think it's worse than all the shit in C, but in C minus, I have just not been
Yeah,
impressed by
I think I agree.
Necromancer.
I would. Yeah, I agree.
Necromancer
Soul
is
Ring,
not
Soul Ring is fucked.
Soaring is
This card is
fucked.
not. I don't know if this card Soul Ring fucked or is it Moxen fucked. I think this.
They're in the same tier, lol.
No, they don't. No, Soul Ring's
Oh
A
right,
plus.
Soaring. Yeah, I think it's A.
Like you do need to pay 3. You do draw it every single fucking game, but you do need to pay 3. Like
You
it comes.
basically spend your turn to get this like
Yeah.
really busted effect.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah, need not being sorcery speed is important.
Yeah, you can hold up whatever the fuck. It might be supposed to be an A plus. It's
Probably
gross.
A plus because it is a guarantee.
Just a guaranteed effect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
Alright,
I
cool.
think my experience with it is bad because I've been playing it incorrectly. I should just be
bad at
focusing on
Magic.
more. Trini Ball. Trini
Ball.
Where does
This is the
balls
ball
go?
that Tezzeret fondles.
True. This is I think this is better than I think this is better than Talia. It's such a fucked piece. Like it taxes
Sure.
everything. I think it's B minus.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah,
This card is so fucked.
yeah. This card is
B plus.
no A minus.
A minus. Yeah.
A minus.
Card's
This
pretty
card's
fucked.
so fucked. If you're red, it's giga fucked. If you're not red, it's still not even horrible.
Yeah, card is pretty gross.
Exploitation. This is if Armageddon was worse. This card sucks.
F.
Like it hits non-lands, which matters, but even though it says land corruption, which is very funny, but
I do like land corruption. We gotta put one of the other cooldown guy land corruption.
no, but
cards
they're
in.
all really shit. Anyway, I think this card's F. This card's not good.
Look forward to more cooldown guy cards. In
Yeah,
the future.
I will go through them again. Memory Jar. I think
I like Jar.
I think Jar is Time Twister tier.
Yeah, I agree.
So that's B minus. Yeah, that makes sense for
Yeah.
tier.
I like it.
God Pharaohs.
It's
You
fine.
can get it in play, it's great, but like it's kind of.
It's kind of hard.
I
to
think
get in
it's a
play.
tier above
C.
Worm Coil.
C plus?
Better
Okay,
to get
sure.
into play than Worm Coil.
It is better than Worm Coil. Yeah, C plus.
I love
It doesn't
Gleamax.
even actually win you.
No, Gleamax isn't that good. I've played it. It's good.
E.
If you resolve it, no, this card's not E. Like I've
Okay.
genuinely played it and been happy with it. I think it's C
plus?
minus.
C minus, sure.
Like
Alright.
it is really good if you can get it.
Yeah.
I've had it. It's a great target for do it yourself, for example.
Yep.
It's like if you resolve it, you need to have it and then not be dead on board. That's basically
Yeah.
how it works. Which is
I mean, they can still just cast creatures and attack.
Mox
you,
Lotus
and,
is
like,
a
it
much
doesn't do
better
shit.
version of the effect.
Yes.
I think Mox
Lotus
Lotus
gets like build around B minus.
yeah, it's Bracella. You win the game if you put it in play.
Where did we put Citadel?
Also B minus, I think.
No, we put that
No.
one tier
We
lower, which
put
I
it-
think is fair.
Yeah.
I like Lotus here.
Skull Clamp.
It's
Good in
still a
green.
gross card.
Yeah, I think it is probably B minus. B minus
Yeah,
is a
build
very
around B
full tier.
minus.
Honestly, it's not-
Because we put all of the dumb build around the D minus.
I mean, it's the fullest tier, but not by that much.
Yeah, it's true.
Mostly because of green, and we put all the fucking dorks there.
That's true. We did put all the fucking dorks here.
Okay. Jitte.
Jitte
it's
is worse than
It's a fair card, C.
C plus.
C plus, yeah.
It's an especially gross fair card.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, fucked up real magic card is C plus apparently.
Yeah.
I think Jet falls under a fucked up real magic card.
It's true.
Nettle Cyst. It's an aggro shops card. In aggro shops,
B
it's bad. It's
minus.
just all. I think it's C minus. How did it, you
Nettlesis
played
can
it?
do some
Yeah,
shit.
you
Just
you
like
you played it in your artifact deck, right? How did it
it
feel?
was pretty good.
C?
I liked it well enough. Yeah, C. Give it a
C
C.
makes
It's a
sense.
solid playable.
Yeah. Skull clamps. This card is
I
really
don't think
OP.
it's better than
It's
Skull
not
Clan.
better than skull clamps. I think it's probably C. This card is honestly, I've never been that happy with it.
It's kind of hard to use. It costs a lot of mana.
Yeah, like 6 cards, fucked amount of cards, but
Maybe C minus. It's
I
kind of
I,
hard
I
to
think
use.
C. C is yeah
Okay, sure.
C minus for now.
C minus
I
for
haven't
Skull
seen it be
Clans.
good, so
When someone does something
Sword
fucked
and
with
Fire
it.
and Ice is
D
D
plus.
plus. Yeah, this
Once we
card
give it
really
4
needs.
Mirrodin,
Yeah,
it's
once
gonna
it gets
get
four
much
Mirrodin,
better.
we'll get around. Batter Skull is probably C minus. It's maybe C.
Yeah.
It's good if you have. It's like good enough, and Colorless like C plus.
I think Saldra gets D plus for being like the
I
target
think
you
it's
want
in
to
the
cheat
tier.
out.
Yeah, it's in the tier as Morale.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. It's land time.
Yeah. So Dryad Arbor.
This is the like I play this card if I have Green Suns and no other reason.
Yeah. I think that means D plus. Like
Yeah.
it's not a card you ever like. It's such a weird card. You can't really put it anywhere because it's either busted or bad.
Yep.
Saga.
Sauce is a fucked card.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. 3 turns is a lot, but it's still. I think A
The
minus.
2 constructs are just your like win condition.
Yeah,
as
fair.
Well.
I think
It's
it is
such a
worse.
fucked
I
magic
think it
card.
is worse than Moxen.
That's fair. All right, A minus.
Yeah.
I can settle with A minus. Urza Saga is not an okay magic card. Though.
Okay, where are we putting fetch lands?
Fixing is really good.
Yeah.
B.
Yeah. I think fetches and duels are probably B. Maybe B.
They
Maybe,
might be. They
I
might
think
be
they're
supposed
both
to be
B.
B plus.
Yeah, I think fetches and duel OG duel. I think Chocolants are like B minus. They're still very good.
I think they're B. I mean, they're still really good.
Oh wait, yeah, we put them in B plus. Yeah, then
Yeah.
B.
I think the real question is where do the triomes end up?
Pathway B minus or
B minus.
C plus.
Yeah. Fixing is like lands are never bad is the thing.
Yeah, that's true. And
Tundra, yeah.
yeah,
Plus.
obviously pick them if you're in the colors. Don't pick them if
Yeah.
you're like if you're
Nah, just
totally
pick lands.
picking Tundra with a half of color dual land can be decent if there's nothing better. But
Yeah.
draft picks are very valuable in this cube, so draft picks is a real resource. Take note of
Draft
that.
picks are real resources.
That's not okay. Here.
Well, Tyrion drags dual lands. I'll contemplate a funny anecdote and
True.
probably not find one.
You should think about the ways to deal with 2 mana 13/13.
The only way to deal with it is by conceding the game on the spot.
You deal with it by playing your own 2 mana 13/13.
That's true. Just draft the 2 mana 13,
Yeah.
and then you don't lose to it.
It's
We
just
should put
more.
bribery in this cube at some point.
It was
Tyrion.
there. It was very bad.
How
Nobody
do we
played
buff
it.
bribery?
I don't know.
We're gonna commission cooldown guy to make like 1 mana bribery.
No, don't do that. That's designed for vintage. That doesn't count.
You won't. You won't
Hey,
know.
we're
You
almost,
won't
we're
know
almost
that
at a we're almost at a real card again.
You won't know that I meddled with.
Okay, we're at a card that needs evaluation. Chrome
yeah.
fucking hill.
A minus. I think it gets the push up.
Yeah, I think tapped dual land counts as A minus. Like you are not
Tapped soul
unhappy.
land,
Yeah, sorry, I
notably.
meant soul land. Sorry,
Yeah.
2 mana land.
Its
I think
hideaway ability is kind of dog shit. But
I think this card like tapped dual land taps for double colorless is good. If you're playing
Yeah.
either of the colors, this is great. A minus.
yeah.
That's not A minus. Okay, A minus.
Good old Chrome Hill.
Okay, back to.
All right, back to anecdotes.
Yes.
We gotta. I do want to find more cooldown guy cards. Dark Reckoner, he died too soon, you know.
No, he didn't.
Dark
He
Reckoner's
didn't
my
die
hero.
too soon. He sucked.
Dark
Dark
Reckoner's
Reckoner
my
was
hero.
hell.
Bring
Wait,
back
you
Dark
you
Reckoner.
keep railing against the fucking cooldown guy card. Archmage of Dreams is a
I hate
cooldown guy card.
Archmage Dreams is fucked. Cooldown
Okay.
guy made one mistake.
Hidden Village.
Uh,
So
I
if
don't
you
feel
don't
like that.
control a creature with power 5 or greater, which is not that hard, it's a
Yep.
untapped dual land that puts a -1/-1 counter on every creature you don't control.
You don't control. Holy fuck. Okay, broken. Yeah. A minus.
Yeah, definitely. You have to do this very hard condition of not having a creature.
I just assumed to put on the creatures you control.
No,
Because
no,
this
no,
is like a
no. Okay, where
downside
do
or some
canopy
shit.
lands go? Right into the horizon.
Canopies
Are
go.
they shock lands
B.
here?
Yeah, B Shocklands.
Shock lands are in A minus. Or B.
No,
No,
they're
wait,
not.
B. Yeah, you're right. I'm
Yeah.
stupid. Okay. Okay. Savannah goes in B.
Do I have any other fun anecdotes? I'm looking forward to every set that comes with flip cards is now going to be a joy for this cube because we're going to just put some fucking broken ass shit in here.
True.
Also, every set with sagas is going to be a joy because we can put broken ass shit.
Yeah. Okay. Hooray.
Zimbabwean treasures are
Artifacts?
pretty good.
There are
They are
artifacts, which matters.
It is a hard tap land. I think it's not as good as the A minus lands, but it gets a B plus.
I'm not sure. I think it's probably B. And static is really good. If you can abuse it at all, it's great. If you have Urza, it makes infinite mana. Well,
I think it's
next
B
turn.
plus.
Makes infinite mana next turn. Yeah, B plus makes sense. It's a land. Lands are good. It's probably just like these. If you're in one of the two colors, you're pretty thinking about it.
But it also has combo potential, which makes it a little different.
Yeah.
After Syrian perfects this cube, we'll have to start her on another dumb project.
After I perfect this cube, I'm gonna make it IRL. Okay,
Rude.
card. Temple of Twilight. This is the most restrictive soul land. You have to have a plains or a swamp, and it's still
tough,
enters
A-.
tapped. I think condition. I would not. The A minus lands I'd consider playing off color. Yeah, no, this card is better, significantly better than scrub land. A minus.
Yeah. But yeah, everyone's invited to Dutch House once Syrian finishes the cube in person.
True.
That's where Syrian lives, by the way.
Yeah.
Dutch House.
Okay, this fucking card.
B plus.
Puts them in
not
play
A minus.
tapped, notably. So it's basically it's a tapped soul land that only taps for one the turn you.
Oh, it is a tap soul land.
It's a tapped soul land that taps for one the second turn.
That's fine. A minus.
Yeah. I think it's Temple of Twilight here, and Chrome
Also,
Hills
just
are above.
colossal fixing because you can get you triumphs potentially.
I think it's around Temple of Twilight where Chrome Hills better, but I don't think it's A.
But I don't think it's like a tier better.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll put out a save the date for Dutch House. Everyone can come.
Okay. We have a tapped wacky land. Land has text. What deck wants 1/1 monks and a tapped land?
Not a lot. I don't actually think this card is great.
Yeah, isn't it like a sea land?
I like how it's a land mountain and has tap ad red.
True.
Good design. Design.
Yeah.
C plus.
C plus. Yeah, C plus makes sense.
No,
There's not gonna be there's not gonna be a lot of lands in lower tiers.
No.
Volcanic goes right up there to A or to B plus.
How's the weather today at Dutch House, by the way, Syrian?
No, I haven't been outside.
That's fair. Syrian's a true gamer.
Yeah. Noxious Bayou. This is just a dual land that isn't typed.
Not fetchable goes down to B minus, I think.
Really? You think not fetchable is I guess 2
B
life.
B minus.
Yeah, 2 life is like worth being fetchable.
Yeah. And the canopy lands have so much
it is better than Pathways.
But I don't think it's that much better than Pathways.
I think it's a little better than Pathways.
I think
it doesn't have a
down another tier if nothing else.
Then Monastery should probably go to C.
And then Monastery to C, Pathways to C plus, yeah.
Yeah. It's sad that these 3 don't have a fucking Horizon land yet.
It's true.
And didn't find enough.
WotC, get on it. Release Modern Horizons 3 already.
True. Modern Horizons 3 will be very funny for this cube.
It's true. I'm looking forward to Ragavan 2. Now he's got a gun.
Yeah. No, they'll complete their Ragavan cycle.
True, yeah, complete the Ragavan cycle. Stormcrow, Nimble Pilfer.
Yeah. Busted 1 mana busted Stormcrow.
One mana,
I'm
1/2
down.
flyer that when it deals combat damage to a player, you add a copy of Force of Will to your hand, and your opponent
That would be so
sacrifices a
based.
creature.
No, that's for the black one.
No, your
For the
opponent mills their entire deck.
Sacred Foundries here. Some baked canyons up there. Horizon
Looking
Lands.
for Slippery Boggle, Nimble Pilfer.
Oh no.
Bogle, Slippery Pilfer. T1 with hexproof. When it deals
T1
combat
with-
damage to a player, you put a copy of you attach a copy of Ethereal Armor and and Hyena Umbra to it.
Okay, we're almost at the complicated decision. We can start talking about triumphs because I'm 2 cards away from it.
Alright. Triumphs.
Fixing is
I don't
very
think they're
good.
in plus. I think they go into B. They're very good,
Yeah.
but they do enter tapped.
Yeah, that makes sense. These should be. Am I missing something? Oh yeah, wait. I don't have all the shock lands
Shocks,
because some
because some of
the
the-
colors had 2 fucked custom cards.
Yeah.
So
Is Steam Vents not in here? I think we should consider cutting Steam or Shaolin Monastery for Steam Vents at some
I
point.
just like the custom cards. Like, yeah, it's
That's
worse,
fair.
but I like the custom cards.
I guess is it also has so many good things going for it that it's not
True,
that
is it
sad,
doesn't
or is
need
that
it.
we have cut
They
Steam
don't
Vents?
need it.
They got memed by Shaolin Monastery, but it's fine because their deck is still fucked because they have all the
I'd
broken
consider playing
planeswalkers.
Monastery in a tempo deck.
Yeah, I don't know. I just want to play Enerva and win IDK.
That's not how you. Yes, if you play Nerva, you're probably not going for like pure tempo.
True.
You can look at
Issue.
Optics list for like a good tempo blue white.
It's true.
That was the deck that won the finals against me by going beep beep into 13-13.
Nothing better tempo than a 2-mana 13.
Yeah, it's just great tempo. Delver wishes it could.
Tempo.
Okay. That's all. First of all,
Um,
I think every single land that taps for any color is A- at worst.
yeah. I
This
do
card-
think this passive ability is only okay, but
Yeah.
it's still useful to have around.
I think it's still A-. I think it's
I agree.
think it's the same tier as a tapped soul land, an untapped
I agree.
soul land.
Yep.
Fabled Path at 0 points.
This card fucking sucks. D.
So like, it's a mountain. It's
Okay, it's a C. I just
there
wanted to
there
make fun
is
of it.
no downside to playing it over a
It
mountain.
costs a draft pick. It's a C.
Yeah. The ability, if you can get it, is fucked. I think it's C+.
I mean, yes.
It's better than Monastery. I think
Alright,
it's C+.
fine.
I'd
You
rather
can
have
cast
that.
your fucking 5-color commander.
Okay, this is a
activate your funny
this
mountain.
is a colored untapped soul
A
land. A+.
Yeah.
Colored untapped soul land. I'd pick this over Black Lotus.
Yeah. A+.
Lost Veil. Best card in your cube that starts in your deck. S.
S.
Untapped
S.
solar land. I
True,
think I'd pick
solar.
this over like anything else that can start in my deck, and potentially
Yeah.
also Miscambu and a lot of conspiracies. This how important is this upside
I think this upside's good enough to push this into A.
into a? Yeah, okay. I think I agree. Yeah, like we said, we were getting to the fucked category.
It's true.
Primal Wellspring. I think this card is S. This card is
I agree.
giga fucked.
Yeah. Super fucked.
Yeah. Honestly, I think like Lost Veil is making us exaggerate the power. This is still S.
It probably is also S, yeah.
Like these 3 lands, they are so good.
Yeah,
They
I
they
agree.
are the reason crop rotation is in B+.
Yeah, it's true.
All of these lands are like this upside is not fucking nothing. This upside matters.
Yes, making a random 4/4 is pretty good.
Yeah, like what Ursus Saga does, except instead of going away after 3 turns, it just taps for 2.
It does cost 4 instead of 2.
Yeah,
Let's
but
not get carried
still,
away here.
Vault of
but,
Catalan. Okay, so this upside I think is an A type of upside because it still taps for
Yeah.
any fucking color.
I'm tempted to give this 1+.
A plus.
It's very close to an untapped soul, and a lot of the time it's very not hard to have 2 artifacts.
Yeah. I mean, okay, where are we putting like where is the other one going?
I think
Where?
also A plus.
I don't know. I mean, with the other one, I mean,
Academy.
yeah.
Academy is substantially worse.
I
I still think Academy pulls a B
Yeah, I
plus.
think this is. I I would pick a Mox over Vault of Catalan. I think it's A.
I'm not sure. I guess it gets better once you have mocks.
It's. Hmm. I I think I'd put it in A.
That's fair.
It's
That's
close.
fair. I do think Lemox is better than it. I guess I think the card's an A plus. I'd pick over it.
Yeah. This upside is good. I think this is an A type of upside.
Yeah. I just think the one that's an A minus just you just don't get to activate a 5 mana ability
Yeah.
very often.
Yeah. This card has almost won me games multiple.
Yeah.
It's won me a game I really had no. It's like gotten me one
Yeah.
very close
It's like,
to winning
what
a
if
game.
you're
I had no
fucking
Okay.
Kething Wolf Run?
Okay. So is this card worth a draft pick over a Plains? I think the answer is probably no.
I think this card is probably about on par with fucking
Fable
yeah,
Path of
Fable
Sarah
Path.
Plains? Yeah, I agree. This card.
This card is fucked.
Yeah, this card is fucked. Oh,
Good one.
where do it go? Is this? I think this is a B plus.
I can put it in B plus.
Yeah. It is a colorless lamp, but it's a really good colorless lamp. Okay, where does Ancient Tomb go?
It's B. It's
Yeah.
shockingly fair, I think. And
Yeah,
the life
2
hurts.
life fucking hurts. It's
Yeah.
you hate to say it, but yeah.
Yeah.
Ascanta. This card is substantially better than Island.
Yes. B plus.
Yeah, this card is so much better than Island. I agree. B
Yeah.
plus. It's so fucked. Beseiju.
Seiju gets an A minus, honestly.
Yeah, I love this
It
card.
plows like every single one of the broken cards.
Yeah.
It's so good.
It kills the lands, the artifacts, the enchantments. It kills so much shit.
It's still so much shit, yeah.
Conqueror's Foothold. This card is big value. It is a call.
I think it goes with the flashback one.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's comparable value. So B plus. Yeah, that seems fair.
Yeah.
Aganjo. On the weaker
B
side.
minus.
I
B minus. B.
I don't. Yeah, B minus. I agree. I think
Populate out B minus.
Yeah, I think it makes sense. Cradle.
I
Let's quickly do let's do those at the same time. So let's do Tolarian Academy now because we already did.
sure.
Where
I
is
think
it?
Academy is better than Cradle. First.
Where does Academy go compared to the other one?
Academy.
I think Academy's a B.
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay, so now let's do or is it Itlamok and Cradle. Itlamok notably is not a multicolored land as opposed to Vault of the
Yeah.
Vault,
Where did
which
we
is,
put? Oh yeah, it is not multicolored.
which is a substantial downside. But tapping
I'd
for
put
green
Cradle
is much
in
better.
like B plus. I think.
I don't think.
Or no,
Cradle-
not Cradle. I'd put the good Cradle in B plus.
I think I'd put the good Cradle in. Creatures matter, and it is a soul land that enters untap. Yeah, I think
And I
Cradle
think
is C
I think
plus.
actual Cradle goes in like B minus.
I think it goes in C plus. It's so bad when you're playing low land counts in this cube, and it's so bad if your land doesn't tap for mana.
B plus, yeah.
I think it's like it's weird because it's a lot more
Hang
like
it
high
out with
risk,
the
high
crew.
reward with these, which are low risk, low reward. But
Yeah.
it's still Inventor's Fair.
It's one of those cards I end up usually playing, but I'm never super excited to get it. It's like
So
a
C plus.
C plus.
I'm happy with
yeah.
it, but
It's colorless. It goes in C, I think, over the other ones.
yeah, that's fair. There is opportunity cost.
Yeah.
Land of non-basic land destruction.
C plus. I don't really want to be using this to kill my opponent's
Is
lands.
this sideboard?
Maybe sideboard. Yeah, I don't really want to.
Yeah,
But there are some lands that are fucked enough.
Alexander.
Library is like very slow in this economy, but it does
It's
draw
good
a
on
couple
turn
cards,
one
which
and
is
bad
good.
everywhere else.
B minus.
Yeah, honestly, I think it might be C plus.
Nah, drawing two
Yeah.
cards for free is really good.
That's fair. Workshop. You get to do an overall. The thing is, if you get workshops is pretty playable. It's just you have to like see workshops early.
And the thing
I
is, when you don't draw shops, it's kind of
I
embarrassing
think
too. I
it's
don't know.
C. I think it's. I don't think it's
Build around B
actually.
minus, build around B
Yeah,
minus, build around B
I do
minus.
think it is comparably good to other things we've put in build around B minus,
Yeah, yeah,
and I don't think it's Academy.
yeah. I agree.
Mystic Sanctuary.
This card blows.
I guess you have to play blue a
Yeah,
lot.
you have to have that many islands. This card is an F.
I
Card is
can't
an
put
F.
this card in F. E.
E.
Yeah.
E.
I I I would have put it higher, but I also haven't played it.
I have like looked to play it, and it looks actively bad in heavy blue decks.
Okay, that I will defer to more informed opinion. Where did Auto Water go?
Same place as Egonjo.
Yeah, I think it's better, but not like
Enough.
it is
Better.
It is better, but like oh wait, we put
That's
it
a
again. We
Donjo,
put it
not a
under here.
Gonjo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's better. It's definitely not these cards though.
Yeah.
Sheldock Isle.
Sheldock Isle is still saucy, but it is weaker. I'd put it in C.
C, straight C. Yeah, straight C. It's tap
Yeah.
be entering tapped and tapping for
It
Colorless.
does have high upside though.
Yeah, Sokenson is bad.
Sokenson is C minus.
Yeah, like you're not wasting a draft pick on this, but if you randomly get it,
If I am
pick
in red
15,
and I can play it, I will.
if you're getting this in pack 15, pick 15, yeah, sure, you're running
Yeah,
it.
I'll
but,
probably even take it pack 12 or 13, but like not earlier than that.
This card is very
Really good.
Yeah, Maze of Fist taps for
B?
mana is I think it's B plus. Maze of Fist
Okay.
taps for mana is so useful in this. Like
Yeah,
this infinitely stalls the a fucked creature.
Yeah, 2 mana 13/13 in shambles.
Um,
Bastion is a powerful upside. I think it
Yeah.
goes with a Cause Kanta.
with Escanta, so B plus or B. I think it's B. I don't think it's as good. Maybe it
I
is.
think it's as good as Escanta.
Yeah, hitting creatures matters so much.
Yeah. And just like burning people out of the game pretty quick.
Okay. What if you... I think this is enough upside to make Crucible a playable Magic card.
Yes, I do want to play Crucible now.
Yeah,
B...
I think this is B. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's much better if you have Strip Mine, but it's still.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I think Strip Mine has to be B plus because of the things it answers.
Yes, I agree.
And if you're playing any sort of aggro, the card's just generically good. I think Wasteland is not worse enough to not put it with it.
That's fair. B plus.
You're generally like there are so many good like people will have a non-basic in play,
Yeah.
so it will kill something in aggro, so you can stall out, and like the really valuable targets are obviously not the basics.
Yep.
Takinuma.
Takinuma.
I think it's this tier.
I think it goes one under. I don't love Takinuma. Or yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah.
It's under the ones that are.
Yeah, it's under the good ones. Perfect. Yeah, that's perfect.
Temple of. So this card can save you hard. I think it.
Yeah.
I think it goes with the
C+.
higher. I think it is. I think it is farther. I think it's closer to Otawara than it is to Takanuma.
Okay, I guess.
If you have anything like, if you have a big thing, it just saves your ass a lot, which is useful.
Yeah, that's fair.
And Tabernacle. There you go.
Tabernacle's not great in sideboard.
It's a sideboard card.
Alright,
you are playing
big
control,
S,
and your
upcoming.
opponent isn't. Okay.
Big S.
Big S. Best card in the cube.
Yeah, best card in the cube. It won't get cut because it doesn't feel bad, but
yeah,
best card in the cube.
I would pick this. It's so hard to say I would pick this over Lostfill, but it is correct to pick it over Lostfill.
Sucks, but it's correct.
Yeah.
If someone throws a Lost Veil in a pack past you, you should assume the person has taken Advant Proc.
Yeah. The thing is, this card gets dramatically more fucked the more other fucked cards you have. If you have both Lost Veil, this card goes from S to like Giga Super S.
Giga Triple S. If there was ever a Triple S tier on this thing, Advant Proc would be
Backup plan is also S.
Yes.
It has the same reason. It is as good as Conspiracies that got cut for power level, but it doesn't feel as bad.
Yep.
There is a reason. Brago's Favor. This card is fucked if you have a commander.
Yes. I mean, this card is still just really
It's
good.
really good either way.
A,
Yeah, I think it goes in A.
yeah,
Uh, okay, so if I see a Mox and a Brago's favor, I think I'm picking the Mox.
yeah. I think it goes A minus. I
Yeah, I
think
think
the
it's
A
A
minus
minus.
stuff is where
It,
like,
it it depends a lot. If I have this, all of them become A plus. If I have a
yes,
fucked commander, a la Legend of the Arena, Minsk and Boo, probably also the ready, I am
moms already.
majorly scaling up my favor of
Yeah.
that card. Double Stroke doesn't
This
break
is the
commanders,
copy
but
one.
it yeah,
The
it is
copy one is
giga fucked.
horrifying.
Yeah, it can
This
make
card
it
is
makes a really good card in your deck like insanely busted. I think is it
yeah,
A or A
A.
plus?
I I think it's A. It's hard to
Yeah,
pick this over the A plus stuff. There are
yeah,
situations where it'll be correct.
yeah. If you already have an A,
Impulsive.
yeah.
Yeah. I did have double stroke impulsive
I think
during
if you
one deck
have
not that long ago.
Time Walk, Starburst, or Impulsive, this is better than Black Lotus.
Yes.
Emissary's Ploy. This card allows you to play fucked things outside of your core, which is very good.
A plus.
Yeah, I. I think it is A because it's A plus in pack 1, A in pack 2, and A minus in pack 3.
We leveled out to A. I see that.
Iterative analysis. If you have Live in the Now, this card is S tier, but
I mean, yeah.
if you
Living
have a
Down doesn't need
commander,
that.
it's A plus. It's probably usually A or A
A
minus.
minus. I think it's
Probably.
A minus.
I think it's better than Brago's favor, but I don't think it's that much better than Brago's
I
favor.
agree.
It's very good if you have anything that likes it. Live in the Now is the most busted card with it. Any commander's great with it.
Yep.
Like anything else that likes recasting itself fucks with it.
It's true.
Can I think of another like very good? Oh,
That doesn't actually
no,
work.
that doesn't work, right? Yeah, it's cost.
Yeah.
Used to be kind of funny with how to keep an Isn't Mage busy before that got cut for being unplayable garbage.
It is unplayable garbage. No, it's pretty good with iterative analysis.
Yeah. Secrets of Paradise. You
Bird's
now
really
have
gross.
It is better than Bird because it turns whatever random one-up you have laying around into a bird.
Yeah.
Um,
So B plus. It
I-
didn't get A minus.
I think
probably
it gets A minus.
Yeah.
Conspiracies are so good.
Piercy's are broken.
Sentry Dispatch. You get a 1/1 defender.
This one's a B plus.
Yeah. I like this one because it is a B plus conspiracy, which are rare.
Yeah. This is like the dog shit pot tier for conspiracies.
Yeah. Summoner's Bond. If you have
This
a
card is
combo,
fucked.
if you have a combo, Lamau,
Card
there it is. If you don't have
A
if you have a busted
plus.
creature or a combo, it's busted. I think it's still
Still A.
it's definitely depends on
the
the
A
card.
plus tier is hard to compete with.
Yeah, like that. This is such a fucked tier.
Yeah.
Fairy makes one creature
B
very strong.
plus.
Yeah, B plus. It makes a creature very good. If you have a busted
Yeah.
creature, it's good. But I do think it's one of the weaker ones. Honestly, Sentry Dispatch is B. I think
Yeah. Sentry Dispatch is super mid.
Like, it's still very good, but like
Yeah, 'cause
I
it's a
would
free
pick
one
a
artifact.
weak Mox over it usually.
Yeah.
If I'm playing an artifact deck, I'm picking it highly though.
Yeah.
Unexpected Potential. This card is fucked. This card
Yeah,
is A.
A. Yeah.
It's A.
A.
If you have note
Most
any
of the cards
commander,
in the A. Yeah.
no note.
Yeah, this is how you play Estra. Yeah.
Yeah. Any commander that costs multiple colors, you can now do for free while fucking with your opponent into thinking you're not the colors you are.
It's
Card's
pretty
really
epic.
good. It's a better version of it's a better version of Emissary's Ploy because
Yeah. All of the A like conspiracies have situations where they're S's. Like
yes, every
They just
conspiracy,
say-
most
yeah.
conspiracies have that. Like Brago's favor
Yeah.
still has it. If your commander is Minsk and Boo, every hidden agenda card that can choose it is
it's
busted.
true. Yeah, Secret of Paradise.
You can sadly not
Can
name
I choose
Minsk.
Boo?
You
Yeah, I
can't choose Boo. Boo is not a card.
Tragedy. I'm crying.
WorldNet. In pack 1, it's A plus. In everything else, it's bad.
Unplayable. So I think that gets you like a
I think that gets you A plus. It's just like A plus asterisks. Like
A plus, but in pack 2 and 3 it gets like
yeah,
like,
in pack 2 and
yeah.
3, you're not picking it.
Yeah.
You can pick it early pack 2.
yeah. If you pack 1 pick 1 this though, your deck will be horrifying.
Yeah. I do think it's not S tier because I would still pick all the S tier conspiracies pack 1 pick. I would pick both of these pack 1 pick 1 over WorldNet.
Yes.
Acts of the Warmonger. Okay, we get the heroes. Heroes start in play. You can have one. They used to be giga fucked. Now they're only pretty fucked.
Yeah.
They
B
cost mana
plus,
to
A minus.
use. Which
Yeah.
is it? Yeah. B is the lowest they could possibly go. Haste is haste
A
for
minus.
2. I think this is B plus. It costs 2. 2 is a lot.
Yeah, you're right. 2 mana, 4 mana, 15, 14 trample haste does sound bad.
Pain. This one's. I love both the Hunter. I think it's very strong. It owns
B
creature
plus.
matchups. I think Bow is better. I guess it's different decks. These are both really good in some decks.
Yeah.
I think Bow is generically better, but there's some decks where this card fucks.
Yeah.
Lash, I think, is the weakest one. I think it's.
I think this is the B one.
Yeah, I agree. I'm glad you convinced me into not putting in the one that goes infinite with like everything.
That card would be an S, honestly.
Okay, I think Avenger is also B because I don't think we can put anything below B because it is free.
Yep, it's free real estate, but it's not
weaker than the
greatest real
commanders
estate.
because it doesn't tin your deck size, but
Yeah.
still gives
it's
you.
free.
If you're very sad, it gives you an answer to a thing.
Yeah.
Philosopher is better. I think Philosopher's B plus.
Sure.
It can lock down things.
I
pretty
think
well.
these two pieces of equipment are better than Philosopher. I'd put both of them in A minus.
I think they're much worse than these.
I don't think they are. I don't think they're
Yeah,
much worse than
you're
those. A minus.
fair. I think that's reasonable. I think Lash goes here then.
Okay.
I think it's this then, with Avenger being the worst one, which is.
Haha, Avenger.
I think these two are
Avengers.
pretty on
Yeah.
with each other.
But they got good synergy, Syrian.
True. Okay, avatars. I'm gonna just drag these into.
Yeah, so we can actually read
I'm
them
gonna
all.
just drag them into a higher tier. We know that they're not this tier because actually they're not guaranteed free.
Yeah.
They can
My
actually
face
go
when I
below
have
them.
Karn.
Yeah. Well, Karn has major upside in a lot of
It's
decks.
true.
Okay, so Ashlyn. Starting hand size -1, you get a wacky.
You get the ping.
Yeah.
I think
It's a ping
this
everything.
one-
Remember? It's a.
Oh yeah, it is the ping everything.
Yeah, it's a pestilence in the command zone.
Yeah, I think the pestilence. This one is interesting. I'm
It's
gonna give
definitely
it,
a
like,
control only type of card.
I think it's a B.
I think it's a B minus. I don't.
Okay.
I don't like spending 2 mana. Like, there's not for the same reason Elish Norn isn't that busted. I don't think. I think control very often wants the. I think it's actually C plus. Control. I think
can live with
control
C plus
very
for it,
often wants the
actually.
card.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, Bosch, you have strong opinions
I
about
love
this card.
Bosch. I think Bosch is very good. This
Just-
card can.
That it costs
It's-
X to activate is so whack.
Oh man, this card just kills people though. This card is
You
like
need mana to kill.
Spitfire Bastion, but I don't have to draw it, and I just get to pay people with it. And I only
You
cost
need
these two life.
artifact.
You have artifacts. Look at the fucking.
But they need to cost mana. The A tier cards
Some of them-
cost mana.
There's plenty of mana.
I think this
artifacts that
card's
cost
B
mana.
plus.
I can live with B plus for Bosch, the Iron Golem.
Okay. Braids. This is if
Braids
show and tell was
is
good.
the best card. For
I
the
think this
cheat
is
code
the
archetype.
I think this is B. I think it's better than the B minus build arounds because it's in your command zone. So it's
I'd put it in B plus.
yeah, honestly true.
it's
It's
so
also
free.
it's also a +3. It's always good. Yeah, actually we
Yeah.
said B was the where we would put +2 life nothing. This is much better.
I think it should be an A minus.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah. It can the problem is, like the reason I'm low on it is that I've played it twice and seen it played and it was never that good. But
But it's so free, and like
Yeah.
if it wins you one game, you've gotten like 6
true.
value out of
That's
it.
very true. Okay, Gix. So how does minus hand size 2 minus plus life 18 go?
A weird card.
The ability is not nothing either.
I vote we put it in C until we find out more about
Yeah,
it.
this is a card that has not been played yet.
Yeah, unclear. We'll find out.
Like some of them we can evaluate. Like Ashling is easier to think about. It's still plus
Yeah.
6 life, which
Gix
doesn't
is
matter.
people just might end up not playing Gix is what might
Yeah.
happen, but
We need to figure it out.
yeah.
It might be a sideboard card, honestly.
Yeah, I could see that.
Okay, starting hand -1. Whenever a non-token creature you control dies, target opponent discards a card.
I think this card ends up being like an aggro card.
B minus.
B minus.
Your
I
minus
think
one starting
I
hand is
think the
really good.
Roth goes there too.
Durafellows.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
they're
very
very similar
similar.
cards. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're very similar. And then we have Karn, which is starting hand such +1, but you can't play fast mana. You can't play Moxen.
I vote. Not playing Moxen sucks so much. B plus,
B plus. Like
B plus.
sometimes you don't have Moxen in your pool,
To
and then
play.
it
Yeah, and I mean
owns.
then he's like the greatest card I've ever
Yeah,
seen. But
like +1 starting hand size is a S tier effect. If this card
yes,
had no text,
this card would be
better than
S.
Proclamation.
But not getting to play like all of A tier sucks.
Yeah.
All of A and
It's
A
very
minus.
funny that this card has a negative. This was meant to be good, it just isn't.
Yes, it's very
Last
funny.
one, Momir Vig, +4. I think it
B.
goes in B.
Yeah. All
So
right. And with
that's the
that,
all of
this
it.
is the one true tier list.
Yes, tier list will be available
If
to
you disagree,
download.
fight me.
If you disagree, make your own tier list and make a
If you
seven and
disagree,
make also make a 5-hour YouTube video defending
yeah.
all your picks.
If you disagree, I'll be at Dutch House. We can duel to the
True.
death.
We can do a cube fight if you want, and then you can play Toracle to prove us wrong.
Yeah. uh, God, we really need to cut beyond human ratio. That card fucking
I'm
blows.
probably gonna cut all of F tier pretty soon.
I
The
mean,
things that
yeah,
are here are probably going to leave soonish.
yeah, and along with E.
Yeah, I think I think Sinner's Judgment's the only card in E that's probably gonna stay.
Yeah,
I'm emotionally attached to it, and I don't
I,
mind it being in the cube. It's also a noob
that's
trap,
fair.
which is funny.
True. You trapped over. No, they're gonna watch our high quality content, and then they're gonna know Syrian.
True, true. Yeah, it's to funnel people to the YouTube channel.
Ooh. Yeah, like and subscribe, by the way.
Yeah, true. Like and subscribe.
If you've got this far, thanks a ton.
If you
I
got
think
this
that's what the
far,
YouTube
comment
people.
cut Archmage of Dreams.
If you got this far, comment
Comment.
DM Karif and tell him that patch up is a good card.
True.
Yeah, go to
Okay.
Karif_wins channel and spam patch up good.
Yeah, I agree. Uh, we'll probably be making like videos whenever the cube updates. They just update this tier list, and if we have
Yeah.
opinions, like if we play with gigs and realize the card's kind of good or kind of god awful.
Yeah, we will update as cards become apparent as good or bad.
Yeah, somebody figures out why Skull Clamps is actually busted as fuck.
Yeah. If any of the build around B minuses end up not being B minuses.
Yeah, if somebody figures out what that you can actually like uh they figure out a turn 1 kill with Goblin Welder or some shit.
True. All right. Well,
Anyway, that's gonna be us.
see ya.
Yep, bye.